thought it was Chalanqua. That's funny. Sorry guys, I'm having to heat something up that is in Dutch. So I need to make sure I don't fuck it up. It says to put the closed package in the microwave. So I guess I'm going to keep an eye on it, but it says closed package. I guess this is probably... I mean, it says closed package, but I feel like I'm not supposed to cook it with the lid on. Yeah, it says closed package. I'll trust it. What's the worst that could happen, you know? Yeah, so I actually didn't look at the schedule yet. But Virtus Pro versus VP. That's the one we will be watching. How was your sleep? I actually slept like during the day. So I'll probably be... I mean, I'm at least watching one series. I'm trying to watch two. The goal is to watch two series. So we're going to see how that goes. You feel Liquid's going to TI? They've been looking good. But yeah, we'll definitely be watching the Liquid series.
BKB, no one going and following up with the Walrus Punch. Will be able to hold V2 off to the side, though, using the Winter's Curse. It's going to be Cuckoo who ends up picking up that agent. Wait patiently again with those saves. The follow-up, the clicks over onto Sweetenstar. The BKB popped over onto the opposite, over onto Ana. They're just kind of stuck in the corner. The song does get used by V2, but Ana blinks forward. Is going to end up falling asleep.
Nah, I lost a lot of MMR.
Is done, but he gets the hook off over onto Lace.
I have lost a lot of
but now Old 11 goes in, he's slept
direction
in the back. It's
Dota,
2 players done. The Requiem goes off, and Team Secret will absolutely destroy.
Who did you predict? I predicted Extreme Gaming and VP. So I hope I'm wrong.
But Old 11, he jumps up our side of the backlash. Requiem sold out. That's a dead shadow fiend, actually. That's what happened right there. Old 11, he gets the beatdown on TA, but at what cost?
I love you too, Junior.
Just TP'd away on the Tusk as
I
well.
want T1 to win, but I feel like they just automatically lose one game picking Gyro.
Exactly where XM is, and look at him with the ravage.
We're gonna fucking win with this Gyro, damn it.
Double ravage as well as VT are out of the count.
What's up, Tango Mango Pango?
They're gonna just look to rally around, not wanting to get caught out with those tosses back, and he's standing off to the side. Hakoda again.
See him. And he pop refresher as well in case there's anyone else that wants to face check the fight.
I didn't actually make predictions in the Battle Pass.
He sees the Terrorblade. They've got the vision. A dieback on area. The G's a drop.
Who are you rooting for? Of course, Liquid. Of course.
Didn't even need the arena. Boxy even doing his part, but it's Matumba doing the damage.
Here, look.
Lelouch as well here. There goes Force. There's going to be the black hole as well. Can they take down Matumba in time? Absolutely. They caught Mickey with it too, but Matumba's going to buy back side with the Ravage. Throne falling low. Liquid, they're doing it. Down to 300 HP. Boxy doing what he can here. He's taking down the throne, and Liquid moving on to the next round.
Go back, I guess. Thanks for the 6 months.
And if we get a bit later, you know, oh my god, Enchantress, no, not like this. Parker just offering so much damage, and the Ursa dead as well.
Yeah.
How much money do you think one needs to live comfortably in Amsterdam?
Yeah, they GG out 32 minutes.
I mean, comfortably is, I guess, a subjective term, but I'd probably say 60 to 70k a year minimum.
They've got the jump on Michael, die back Tiny, all saved by the Affliction
To live
curse. Eon discount there from
comfortably.
PYW. Now the Chain Frost gonna bounce back in.
But my comfortably could be different than yours.
He's killed off PYW, and Lou has to pop the song.
And Netherlands is pretty great.
They want to fight.
If you ask me.
Wall in the vacuum. Old 11 lines it up. Does grab Leo Stahl and Parker. And the Shadow Fiend quickly sundered.
Why is the prize pool so low this year? Yeah, the 15 million super low. I mean, all seriousness, the Battle Pass was just dog shit, so what do you do? What can you do? Total Misfit, thanks for the sub.
Better. Sebas as well being forced back to BKB. The mark for Shiprock.
2,500 a month, you're good. Well, I'm just counting taxes. I mean, I think a lot of Europeans count wages after taxes, don't they? Because in America, you say the wage before tax.
Been very clean in this game one. Ember's TP in. There is not a lot of spells here to use. The onslaught from behind. Solo as well, holding on to the static storm. He's going to use it likely for the... Oh, a double kill. The glimpse is a thing of beauty. And now with the pulverized onto Vengeful Spirit, the Bloodrite not going to do much here to prevent her death. Oh, Slithy in trying to make it up, but no. The Searing Chain's there in time.
Yeah, after tax. Yep. So you and I are saying pretty much the same value when it comes to the Netherlands, because the Netherlands tax is like 48% or something. Disposable income 2,500.
A little bit of revenge for this Lina.
Right on, Vogo Necken. That's awesome, dude. No, I've not learned much Dutch.
Chain stunts coming out onto both paws, and Natsumi as he's trying to fight up into
The food I'm heating up in the microwave smells really good, though.
He gets a kill. Natsumi in the backlines trying to bring down the Visage. He has a lot of damage and will be able to get that one. Now moving over towards a Morphling. He's got a lot of stacks. My boy's up to 42 agility right now. Sorry, 42 essence shift, which is 180 agility. He can't fight this anymore. He needs to leave. And in comes the Zeus. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's the slug! He gets evaporated from the face of the earth!
Erica did activate a BKB. BAB also finds the arena onto Gunner. Gunner
Thank
trying
you
to
so
get out of
much.
it.
I coach college Dota and just want to say your Dota diaries have really helped me help players with the mental aspects of the game. Oh yeah, bro, it's awesome. That's fucking awesome, man. Glad to hear it.
The rest of the squad so that they have enough damage to kill this DK. But Gunner blinks up with the Requiem. It's not going to be enough though. These Vici heroes are just too damn tanky.
Any co-caster? Probably not, but maybe. Nothing planned.
Slight chance of victory. Let's see if they can take it. Yeah, and get off a good hook.
I'm enjoying just chilling with you guys personally. But there might be a few people that I hook up with. I mean, I think Cap and Lyrical and them are usually always casting too, so might join their call. Call Asian Bunny X for the co-cast? No. She's strictly a part of the show in regards to misclicks. That is her role in the show.
For sure. Husky's gonna follow him, and Moo is waiting in the fountain. He knows this game is over.
Is E-Blade a secret Slark counter? It is one way to kill Slark when he has like a bajillion essence shifts. Because E-Blade now does damage based on the target's stats, not the user.
Whoa,
welcome to the last chance qualifiers. Yesterday we had the start of our playoffs bracket. We saw 4 teams going home, which means there are 8 teams left vying for the spot to go to TI11. I'm going to be your host, Nat T. Joining me, though, is Kezu, Fear, and T Panda. Fear, how are you feeling knowing that we had 4 teams go home yesterday and are going to have another 4 going home today?
Getting more and more hype for the group stage, honestly, just to see, like, who's going to make it there, and then we're going to have even more great games. So eliminations are sad. It's sad to see a lot of the teams go home yesterday, but it's got to happen if we want to get to the main event.
Yeah, because do you feel like there are some specific teams that sort of potentially thrive down there in the low bracket and it's not as do or die as it may appear?
Can we talk about how bad Moxie's casts are? I mean, if you want to like give a specific example or something, but just random ranting,
I don't think they're going to feel as good as they thought they would coming into the event, because they've looked a little shaky.
Yeah, let's actually have a look at the bracket so we know how yesterday played out, where everyone ended up falling in this bracket. We started off in the upper bracket and had T1 taking it out, Secret taking it over Extreme. Like you said, Extreme then fall into the lower bracket. Virtus Pro in a 2-1. And then Team Liquid also taking the 2-1 to Polaris, who fall to the lower bracket and then actually end up being one of the teams
I'm trying to practice more on my playing him off stream on my second account, but it's really hard to pick carry.
Seeing how it plays out, knowing who's in upper bracket now and who's in lower bracket, are there any more potential surprise results that either came out yesterday or could come out today?
Well, at least what we know from yesterday, out of the possible 24 maps of Dota, we had 21 games. So a lot of 2-1s.
Yeah, I mean, Morphling's definitely broken.
Yesterday. So I think we could keep up with the same theme. Most likely a lot of 3-map series up to come. You see the upper bracket matchups are going to be really tight, very close, neck and neck.
Fear the King. Thanks for the 2 years.
It's kind of hard to predict anything after.
I'll be watching Liquid VP primarily because I am a Liquid streamer.
Upper bracket games where they were
want my boys to qualify,
game and then getting reverse swept.
But usually the games stagger a little bit, like one game ends before the other. So if that happens,
and it's
I'll be watching a little bit of both.
Predict what's going to happen today.
Yeah, it does outline just how even the playing field is looking with a lot of these competitors. But it's not just the fact that series are going to 3 games. It's also the length of some of the games, you know, going 40, 45 minutes, one game going all the way to 62 minutes. So not only are the series going the full distance, but so are the games.
Glad to hear you like my content that much,
Silent
Silent
that everything has been quite even, Fear, is there someone that still sticks out as a cut above the rest? Is there a team that stands out for you?
I still have a lot of faith in Liquid right now. I think they're looking really good. They did drop a game, but to me, they still look like they're a cut above most of the other teams. I've got them going through for sure. +1. I'm not sure who my +1 is yet, but still gonna ride
play for a friend.
Okay, you're a bit of a Liquid ride or die right now, and rightly so. They have been looking fantastic. In fact, let's have a look at today's schedule so you can see when you can catch Liquid, and it is going to be the first series up against Virtus Pro over on the B stream. The second stream they're going to be having is Na'Vi and Extreme. One of those 2 teams will be going home, and then the third series on the B stream will be the winner of the lower bracket and the loser of the upper bracket. So keep an eye on those ones. Remember that. And today's
my sleep schedule right now is a little wonky, but it's okay.
With T1 up against Secret, our lower bracket game.
I feel decent right now.
Wild card with a third series to be decided from these results.
Who do you think's going to win
which game
you had to bet?
The
I don't actually call who I think's going to win until I see the drafts. I will never steer you guys one direction or the other until I see the drafts.
That's a tricky one because I feel like if you want to look at an upset series from how this tournament started and where we are right now,
the sub-splits don't really affect me.
Extreme has a bit of
the sub-splits only affect people who make like over 100K a year from subs.
Which one is better? It's hard to decide.
Fortunately,
because of that specific
we do not do
series
that.
or how well they've done in the group stages and the days before. Because I think when you look
Black
at growth,
Foxy, thanks for
Staring
the
down the
41
barrel of
months.
teams that has grown the most, maybe
TBSJ.
NA scores another
Hype.
2-0 victory over one of the teams that has matured. I mean,
Hell yeah,
it has
man.
to be somewhere in the
That's
lower
actually
bracket.
crazy. 41 months is 3 TOs.
Because I actually
And
want to
Silent
the bus
Cartographer,
here,
man. Thanks
and
for the
I want
sub.
you to predict all of Stream B, how it's going to play out, how many games they go to, the VP Liquid and the Na'Vi Extreme, and who wins what.
So I think VP Liquid, I'm going to go with...
Na'Vi fell to lower? Yeah, they lost to
Extreme.
Tier 1, right? T1,
I'm
right?
going to go with 2-1 Na'Vi. I feel like Extreme have not shown me the strength that I had expected from them. And on the contrary, I feel like Na'Vi have... They're doing their own thing. I feel like they're doing
Usually
very
only
good
watch
things
my
in the meta
YouTube.
right now.
Well,
They've
welcome,
got their
dude.
heroes, so...
Going to be
yeah.
casting
Well, yeah, let's have
the
a
TI
little bit of a chat about the meta
event
as well,
as a
how
whole.
it's sort of shaping up.
As
The
many
interesting
days
one
as
that's
I
still
possibly
sticking out
can.
is
My
Marcy,
aim is to do every day,
100%
but I'm
pick
just saying
over
there may be some
81 games
extenuating
played so far in the
circumstances.
last chance qualifier.
But yeah, tune in if you want to hear
Fearing
my
your eyes,
commentary.
Where is this meta going? Is there a shift to what we saw
It's a little loud
stages, and
for
who are
the fact that
standout
they're
heroes?
just discussing things right now.
I don't
No, you have not missed any games, K4. You have not missed any games. This reminds me of BSJ's NA streams. Yeah, it's NA time. And back in the day, I used to do this all the time. I used to do the whole sit here and cast with you guys, hang out. Definitely a throwback.
We talked about the Shadow Fiend. We compare it to Visage as well.
Biggest surprise and disappointment? Biggest disappointment, probably Extreme Gaming. Biggest surprise, probably Team Liquid. I wouldn't say Team Liquid's a surprise in the sense that I thought they would do poorly. They've been unconvincing for me all year, and I've been copying them a lot. But they're like dominant. They're like owning, so I hope it keeps up.
I also see Lena there on the screen, and Fear,
What time is it for you? It is 3:55 in the morning.
She is being contested. Is it just because of that potential, or is there more flexibility to her?
Would you be willing to do a cast from the point of view of a position 1?
So I feel like right now with
Sadly, I can't do that because I am watching a stream. I would actually prefer to do that. I think it makes the game more interesting, but I can't do that.
You see like a lot of mid Shadow Fiends that go there. I feel like Lina makes it a bit uncomfortable, and yeah, people just have figured out this.
Yeah, I think Liquid's looking real nice. I think they're looking good.
Oh my god!
Fair name Ben, thanks for the sub, dude. Thanks for the 85.
BSSDSSJ.
Banana shit stained dog shit slam jamma. Thanks for the 7 years, man. That's crazy.
A little bit of, I guess, general overview you can give about these two teams when they come head to head. Are there similar play styles or overlapping?
No, they have the ability to view in client, but
I think
until the actual playoffs, it's not actually TI according to Valve. So everything's on a 15-minute delay due to like betting sponsors and stuff in client.
While Secret doesn't have a single player in the top 5 lists for any KDA damage dealt, tower damage, they have nothing in there except for Nisha, who is a top 3 lane efficiency performer, and I think that is one really good statistic to bring out for Secret, because when we started this tournament, and I talked a lot about Nisha and how he had a rough year last year, how his start of DPC was a bit, mediocre, and he's looked really good with the last few events, and now especially when it matters the most in the LCQ. He has definitely upped his game a lot, and while that is happening, I feel like Team Secret is figured out how to utilize and amplify the best out of their team, and that's the reason why they are in the upper bracket.
Yeah, 100%. We see this player comparison too. You highlighting just how well Nisha is doing, but Thompson, Fear, is looking just as fantastic, if not better, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, Thompson, he's put on quite the performance at this tournament. His Primal Beast is the one that I'd like to spotlight the most. He's got a 2-1 with it, so he does have a loss with it, but every performance he's put on it, that's probably why his KDA is so high. He's like going beyond godlike every game, getting tons of kills in the laning stage. He's also been pulling out the puck too, getting lots of kills on the map. He is the space maker for T1. He's the one that's going to be active, looking for the kills. And he's the reason why T1 is such an active team, because the mid laner for T1, he's everywhere in the early game. He's ganking, he makes it feel like you can't farm anywhere on the map.
Yeah, is there anyone else on the lineup of T1 that you'd also like to highlight, Fear?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of players, but I'll start with Cuckoo first. He started off the tournament a little slow, couldn't find his hero pool, but now we know what he wants to play. He's got 4 matches of Undying, 75% win rate, 4 matches of Nature's Prophet, 75% win rate, and then he has 1 game of Venge, which he also won. Everything else they did not win with, so they're kind of like sticking to that type of formula to make sure that Cuckoo gets his hero. And also I wanted to touch on Ana real quick too.
See, the grocery stores here have some pretty nice food. And this is just like a microwaved chicken and green beans, and it smells, and it's like potatoes and tomatoes. So it smells like really good. I've got like pretty high hopes for it, for something that I put in the microwave. So
T1 sort of, finding that group a little bit more, especially on Ana's carry heroes.
Bon appetit to me.
Overall, do you think they are hitting the expectations that people have placed on them? Kezu, are you impressed with Ana and Thompson being able to come back and
Jesus Christ, it really is 7 years. Yeah, man, that's about how long I've been streaming.
I would say
you've been here pretty much the whole time.
I feel like maybe about Ana a little
Crazy to think that, huh?
The stand-in performances he's had before in the year, they weren't as good. But
I'm just surprised. I'm honestly surprised there's people that have been here the whole time, simply because I feel like I've changed a lot, I feel like I don't, like the same appeal I have now, or like the appeal I have now is not the same as it was.
What are your thoughts on this year's prize pool being so much less than last year's?
I think Valve knew it was coming, they planned for it, and didn't really care too much about the battle pass, so it all makes sense. But it sucks, obviously. Thank you, Octan, for the 39 months.
I know you've definitely been singing the praises of Nisha, but what about the team as a whole, especially
Sniffing
with
salts.
Resolution coming in more
Red Rain, thank you for the 33 months. The days of raging little thicker BSJ. Yeah. Now we're semi-raging toned BSJ. Dude, Crystal is literally looked like he was having a midlife crisis in that photo.
How they want to approach the draft, what heroes do they want, how do they utilize it, and execute from there. We have
looked like he was like staring off into the abyss.
Play because they're making him play Nyx, but he's playing a
got time to make myself some tea? You should be just fine.
Currently. And with Rezo, they're saving his hero most of the time.
Unless you want to see literally every second of the draft.
You might see a lot of potential, like we saw a Darkseer come out in the last phase. Like, whoa, wait, does this fit into the draft or not? And it's like, hey, he pulls out a massively good lane.
Yeah, Mortifera, you definitely are regular as well.
Caught my eye. I think it caught a lot of people's eyes because Rezo kind of showed.
Oh, I thought we were on the Liquid VP series.
Very nice. I think Kezu also agrees on that.
Yeah, like just to.
But generally, like you said, the 2-on-2 lanes are being played a lot, and that's where.
Who's the guy praising Moxie? We got ourselves a Moxie Kaz. Let's fucking go.
Because honestly, he is in almost every single matchup, either banned or picked, but more often picked than banned, I feel.
I think that is a hero that is going to be receiving some nerfs in the future. That along with Marcy, because I think.
Oh my god! I'm losing my shit!
Yimtron, thanks for the year.
A rise recently. Sniper. How do you feel about that?
That's a big milestone.
I love Sniper personally.
It's our anniversary, man. Did you get me anything?
I'm very happy with seeing him.
Why do you think that
we're gonna primarily watch the Liquid series, like that's gonna be the priority. But we'll flash back and forth. Like we're not gonna only watch one or the other. Keep ourselves posted, up to date on what's going on. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is a microwave like meal from the grocery store, but it's actually really fucking good.
For being a ranged hero with that much DPS, usually you get close to him and like physical damage doesn't really cut it. Usually you need some magic damage to burst him. I don't know. I'm happy to see him being played more because he fits quite well with all these Undyings and Marcies and Tusks that we see, the hard frontliners like you mentioned.
I think it's no surprise that we're seeing the Enigma getting banned out. That is the most banned hero for both of these teams. And then the Primal Beast getting picked up too. That's actually something that Liquid
Don't yell at me, 67W. Jesus.
Doesn't enjoy playing against it. So BP more than happy to pick that up. It's not even in one of their top picks either. So I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with this guy.
we've seen DM play this Primal Beast. He was actually on day 1 of the group stage. We had a VP game.
I mean, I don't have any like contractual obligation to watch Liquid. I just like I hang out with these guys, so I'm like emotionally invested, you know.
Had huge impact, so excited to see how they're going to be playing it again. Team Liquid, they're going to respond with a pretty neat hero.
Like I actually care that they win.
So you have those mini stuns, able to break his ulti a little bit easier since Primal Beast can't really channel against them.
Was Dawn nerfs enough to make her undesirable in the meta?
Looking at picks and bans, we talked
Yeah.
about, DM playing an exceptional
Dota's a pretty fine-tuned game. Not only does she get nerfed, but like other heroes got buffed. You also have to consider that like the carry hero pool is very different now.
It does seem a bit strange.
I'm getting scared here. Blitz is holding a bunch of papers.
He's always holding paper. Sometimes, if you're not careful, he leans them down a little bit, and I try to like peek in and see if I can see any more information.
Probably just trolling, you know. You look and you finally zoom in, you see something, and he's like, "Got you, Twitch chat" or something.
That would be great. I would very much like that, or just like a stick figure of Matu playing like.
As much as I really enjoyed getting to know Matu, I hope he shaves his beard.
Nice combination here of Clockwork and Witch Doctor. I like Witch Doctor, and I feel like he's not getting the respect he deserves in this qualifier overall. I think he's in a great spot right now, ever since the buff to his shard, making it 40-second cooldown. This hero has felt amazing.
How many more years for Dota do you see, BSJ? 4 or 5.
It's actually so
assuming
good
Valve doesn't change course.
You're able to get the Maledict down and then just dish out a lot of damage. I think, who did we see? There was a Beastmaster and there was a Witch Doctor. And the Witch Doctor, it might have been actually a Liquid game, come to think of it. But you would just,
Insania is an awesome guy. He is.
Just start stacking the hits coming off from those wild axes. And it was just doing so much damage where they couldn't stay in the lane. They were up against...
Morph's really good against Witch Doctor Clock.
Granted, Nyx is not the strongest laner, but it looked super dominant.
Oh yeah, so, I remember that was a very, very sad little...
Do I have my
match.
sponsor up? Sorry, I must have messed up. Thank you. Thank you for holding me accountable, Twitch chat. Specifically, Red RH. Shout out to you, my man. That was not supposed to be there.
Previous morphlings that we've seen in the other years, where it tends to, back off, kind of be more of a 4 support one. Recently, especially, with T1, we've been seeing Ana play a lot of this hero, and just having him be super active early.
Yeah, it's a great...
Isn't Maledict good versus Morph? Do you know how Maledict works?
Just chill and farm, and he gets to be a very
That's my question for you.
Game. One thing you gotta think about when you see Morphling is that you
go ahead and tell me how you think it works.
Mid to late game, so heroes that want to buy a Shivas or a Skadi can be really great. Even a Spirit Vessel is nice. Definitely something that Clockwork could pick up in this game. Looking at the VP, I'm thinking now they already revealed Morphling and they revealed Primal Beast. This is quite likely showing 2 cores immediately. Where on the side of Liquid,
any misclicks? No misclicks yet.
To be 2 supports.
I'm the Maledictorian. That's pretty clever.
Hide what they want to reveal, and perhaps just priority difference.
Well, the way Maledict works is that, say you Maledict me when I have 1,000 HP. It then proceeds to check how much HP I have every Maledict tick. It doesn't check how much damage I've taken, it checks how much HP I have.
I know they played Invoker, I think 3 times.
So if you Maledict a Morph, and then he just Strength Morphs, he literally takes like 0 Maledict damage.
I know there's a Clockwork too. Would it be beneficial to grab something like an Invoker, have him pick up, an urn just very early to help kind of mitigate some of that healing? Or is that just not necessary when you already have a hero that can kind of roam around and collect those charges?
Well, I like Invoker. I think for me, I would prefer to see Mickey play.
What the fuck? Nice code.
I think he always shines on, which is.
Are you saying about the Maledict? It's just how it is.
You get some really good burst damage. You get good source of silence when you buy the shard. I think it's a good hero overall against Morphling because you can dump damage in quickly, and it synergizes with a Witch Doctor. He throws down Maledict on someone.
It's a nice talent. HJ.
It's like
nothing special though.
Maledict is gonna finish the job.
Why in the world are they banning AA and Darkseer? Liquid picks Darkseer, but I think Morphling's really good against Darkseer.
And I think VP are the ones that I'm looking more towards for that because they have
literally everybody who first runs Morph
fans AA. Last chance qualifiers, where SF was not picked or banned, so they have been prioritizing this hero quite a lot. They do enjoy playing it, and also teams have respect banded against them. And so far, SF is not touched in this matchup. But of course, with them already having Morphling, it would pretty much have to be a mid
Will there be
SF.
Dota 3 after
And I
this?
believe that they also like running it on
Everyone
safe
knows
mode, so
Valve can count to 3.
He can work on
Don't
multiple things. I mean, not saying
kid
that
yourself.
GPK is unlikely to play the SF. He played it in the last time they played it, but it's just a bit more limited when you know that the SF has to go mid.
They banned the Pudge. Venus Harper, you know too much.
Banned out. Again, that is something that we've seen. I think they actually have a 100% win rate.
Hi BSJ, I love you, man. Do you love me?
Team Liquid. So,
If it'll keep you subscribing, yes.
I think he just probably watched the most recent series where Liquid won with Carry Pudge, then they lost against the Carry Pudge, and then they won with a Core Pudge. You know, Pudge was kind of the name of the game in the last series that they played, and honestly, I think this hero should get a lot of respect. He may not seem like a big threat going late game, but damn, he scales so well into late game. It's crazy.
I always hear picking both supports is bad in Captain's mode.
Once he picks up that Aghanims. But,
yeah.
No, it definitely makes sense that they.
You just reveal a lot about your draft by
The
picking
heal
2
reduction
supports.
that we talked about, right? A Shiva's buyer who also likes Aghanims. Aghanims Pudge reduces heal.
Like having a core that doesn't
that
die
would
to
counter
either of the
Morphling pretty
supports
hard. So that's why
that you
if
can
wanna
pick
get rid of
second
it,
is pretty
you don't wanna
powerful.
deal with,
Like, I honestly don't like
being
Liquid's
countered by
opening.
big boys
Their
like
opening was meant to shut down the Primal
It's
Beast,
actually
but
funny. Last night I was kind of.
I'm pretty sure VP can just make the Primal Beast a support.
I ended up on
and
Jenkins'
then
channel, which is very unhinged and excellent. I
now
enjoyed
the
very much
Witch
the course,
Doctor
you know, he's
clock
one of
just
my
doesn't
friends.
deal with Morph at all.
And the draft came up where they had the sniper Pudge, and Jenkins just like loses his mind. He's like, "That's an Arkosh strat!" Like he got so excited. It was so funny, but he got so mad. He's like, "They're yoinking our strat!" And then I think I also saw T actually was like, "Huh, that strat looks familiar," and it was again referencing Arkosh. So maybe, you know, demonic strats are working. I'm not sure.
I will say, I don't know if you guys saw that TGov tweet, but
There we go. I mean, it's
here,
a
let
good
me
combo,
actually look at
I
that
think.
TGov tweet because it's pretty funny.
Arkosh, they did a lot of clowny stuff, but also did some stuff that worked really well, you know. So not surprising to see it used as well. Visage gets picked up by Liquid. Zai, I was already hyping before the game here how
it's right here.
he had massive impact on this hero. He can be a real.
I knew I'd seen this
nuisance
super
on
cool
hero.
draft
Just
somewhere
the split
before
push he
TI.
gets going,
Well
his
played, Liquid getting to
play
upper
for
bracket
Aghanims on
semifinals.
Visage,
So
he's
this is the Liquid
so
draft,
annoying,
right?
and he constantly forces teams to go back home.
This is the
just because they
Arkosh
didn't
draft.
fix the lanes enough before pushing.
Zai fan here. I feel like he's
Literally the exact same order,
quite honest. I don't know if you feel the same.
except for the Tide. Like the Snap and Tide are picked at the same time, so it's like it doesn't count. It's literally the exact same draft, exact same order, except for the Beastmaster for the Tide Hunter.
They need to make sure they have something that can take down those birds, and it also allows Liquid to have vision.
Only difference is they win? Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Hyping that up with the Clockwork 2, you've got the Rocket Flare, so it gives you even better positioning to take these fights. Whereas on the side of VP, kind of lacking that right now. I believe the Thunderstrike does give you the vision of the hero that it's placed upon, but otherwise that's pretty much it currently.
Yeah, they don't have a fantastic vision game, but they do have some nice combinations now that they can play. They can pull people back. And
Man, this
find
food is
ways to
actually
chase people
delicious.
As well, more
This is good
with
food.
high mobility from the waveform, so I can see them having a pretty good time in team fights, just combining these things. Oh, we're gonna see.
I need you guys to not enable the guy that's making fun of your streamer. You're supposed to support your
Timbersaw
streamer.
reveal, and I'm not entirely on board. I'm gonna say why.
Does Glimpse work on Visage Shard?
I'm not entirely on
I
board
would
with
imagine it
Timbersaw
does.
because I think Maledict is one of the better tools to have to bring down Timbersaw, and I also don't think that he's superb when you haven't seen any strength core on the enemy team yet, who you can really punish. You see a Visage. I guess Timbersaw doesn't get bothered by the birds that much, but
This is looking like a Luna pick.
that much by Timber.
I would be so down for Luna right now.
Or something who would really
No, good old Luna Visage strats.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the reasoning behind the Timbersaw. If they just
Good versus
you know,
Timbersaw.
that they wanted to give their offlane or something to really.
They have like a
shine on.
sick 5-man, goes with
But when
Visage.
you see what they have listed currently here on the side of Liquid, it doesn't.
Dude,
really
I'd pick
seem-
Luna right now.
It definitely feels like this is what I want to play today.
Aw, man, that's just a better hero,
Shadow
though.
Fiend
GG.
does get picked up though. That's one thing that I thought we might see. I think it'll Probably. We've seen it mostly run in the safe lane recently, right?
Zany face.
Yeah, mostly, but still.
Liquid usually runs at mid, the SF.
I think SF is a good reaction to the Timbersaw here as well.
Clive, thanks for the 26.
Stack up a lot of damage against him, and having that access to fear in the team fights, you know, popping the Requiem is a good disable because Timbersaw is quite unlikely to buy an early BKB. I want to say that DM did play Timbersaw in the matchup against T1, and he was like 16-1 and 14. So I'm not trying to discredit their ability of playing the hero. I just think that this gives Liquid a bit of time to react to the Timber, picking him in this phase.
Streamers should not get sympathy by default.
I've watched quite a few of the Virtus Pro games, even during DPC.
You fucking tell
DM plays a fantastic Timbersaw. It's just
you like DP?
Usually you see a Timbersaw.
Nah, DP is just getting pretty much ignored.
They've got a Clockwork. They've just got all of these strength heroes, or like a lot of melee or something like that. So
I will say that I tried Death Prophet like twice after the nerfs. They're pretty tangible nerfs.
They do have some counters that are actually already just built in to their draft. So
yeah,
who knows?
I also feel like this means that we're like definitely pinning down that this Primal Beast should be a possible.
Have you considered subbing for a team? I mean, a team would have to want me to sub.
Coming out from Team Liquid, they have a lot of different control, and it will take a longer time before you get that BKB as a support. I think he can have a hard time just being able to channel his ulti in this game at all. We'll see if I'm going to be right about that, but looks a little bit difficult into the Team Liquid lineup.
Okay, so I guess
the puck ban. Is, so they think it's a safe lane SF, but Liquid's been predominantly running mid SF.
How are they going to
I do think safe lane SF would do well against Timber.
I was talking about this the other day with Kips. We haven't seen any Tinker coming out from any teams. And that
Did you play off stream? Yeah, I played 4 or 5 games on my
Not
Smurf.
Not necessarily in the pro scene, but in the Immortal Trends. It's been in like almost every game, it feels.
Yeah, Tinker is in a very good spot. He's very buffed. His win rate overall in high-level pubs is also crazy.
Can Liquid drow?
So it does.
Drow into Timber is just like really awkward.
So good from a lot of these teams, and they have solutions. Like looking
How'd
at
it go?
Picking Tinker.
I think I went like 3-1 or
either team. It would be
4-1.
very difficult because Disruptor and Primal Beast.
My Smurf's like 7.8k, so
on the other side, Liquid, they would have like Visage Birds and Clockwork.
I should win the games.
I don't think we're gonna see him in this game, but that might be why. Just heroes that are popular right now are kind of killing him.
All right, well, there is the Invoker pickup for the side of Virtus Pro. Now we'll have to see what gets picked
Is
up.
Luna just like completely out of the question? I feel like there could be some sick fucking momentum here. They also could just go Jug. I would actually be down for Jug. It's like the same idea.
This is a TA game, yo. Pick TA, please. It actually looks nice here, but like some high damage.
They just go Faceless Void
for here, and they're gonna go with Faceless Void. So this is gonna be a mid SF then.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising the casters don't do their homework.
Anyways, time dilation is also fantastic.
I don't think I've ever seen him at Tumma Man SF.
And it can be difficult as a Morphling
Maybe I'm wrong though.
Faceless Void to survive sometimes in the mid to late game when Chrono is such a potent tool. So, as usual, I never really feel like I'm
Liquid has been playing bad.
Draft. I think it's really
Everyone
good.
thinks they're the most convincing team right now.
Always for me to can they execute it correctly. VP though, they also have some serious.
Any plans on learning Morph? In
G
all honesty, I want to learn Morph. My issue is that I can't consistently play carry on my Smurf, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to learn him.
Going to be playing the Invoker and
Ramses Morphling. Yeah, I mean,
Ramses Morphling for sure. So I'm curious to see, whose draft is going to be pieced together the better. So like, which draft do we think is going to be coming online?
So who has the better draft?
I would probably say VP might come online a little bit earlier, especially if they decide to go for a Quaswex Invoker in this game.
So it's Timbersaw, Invoker, Morphling.
Just for space creation here. Then I think they're a little bit stronger in the early phase. Having both SF and Void is a little bit on the greedier side.
I think I would say VP's draft is a bit better.
And I think Timbersaw is going to be
probably like 55-45.
He's going to be the one they play around. DM needs to have.
I can let you have my second account to practice.
So that his.
I mean, the problem, it's not really a fixable problem. I'm gonna keep playing on my alternate account,
How do you
but
expect this lane to go, right? Because it is
unless I have an account that's below 7,500, I can't roll queue.
So naturally,
And I don't really want an account lower than 7,500 because that doesn't really teach me anything to play in games that are below 7,500.
Honestly, I mean, Witch Doctor is quite good against Timber.
There's really no
but
answer.
Doesn't really have the damage on his own, and while Void can survive quite well in the laning stage, he doesn't add that much like damage into the Maledict.
I understand that they picked mid Oracle guys.
So I think DM is going to be completely fine.
I appreciate you keeping me up to date.
I don't think he's going to struggle too badly here.
How hard is it as a captain to ban Marcy and Morph first round every game?
Over on his Timbersaw, and I'm sure if you're Virtus Pro fan, you're hoping
I mean, it's just not that simple.
He's just going to be able to shake this off. Obviously, he's a very excellent Timber, but we will see.
Oracle counters Lesh?
Fill out my
I guess so. Kind of.
Don't give me enough time.
GPK saying on next TI he will be Giga Chads.
Highest MMR you've calibrated at? I mean, back when I calibrated at 5K.
We're gonna have a showdown on LAN. Is it the classic?
But it's just different back then, so it's not really like a realistic question.
There was a lot of that in Han.
They don't have damage for Chrono.
Be like, I'll see you
SF's pretty decent damage, and Witch Doctor ulti.
Yeah, that's usually
is decent damage.
Classic. At least that's what Breaky was telling me. He's like, yeah, that's the old school esports classic. Everybody's trying to fight each other till you actually get there. Everybody's gangsta till they get to the LAN, you know?
I disagree with Barzon. What makes it practice is the proper amount of pressure being applied.
Going the way of Radiant here, VP. Getting a good start.
The thing about Morph is you have to be like constantly on the back foot. If you want to get any better.
Yamich is... What's going on over here? I guess he's trying to.
I really don't learn much playing against people that are lower MMR.
On this Primal Beast, he's got the.
It's like I understand you're saying it's about clicking the buttons, but like if I'm operating with like 1/10 as much pressure as I'm used to experiencing, it doesn't.
Do you see a nice like?
It actually makes me like worse at the hero.
Just keeping tabs, being able to see any sort of rotations or stacking potentially coming out on the side of VP.
Yeah, just good bit of vision.
You can feed to create pressure.
Really fast there.
I'm not gonna lie. Your suggestions are not good.
But he didn't land any real damage with the races onto the Invoker. Just fully using his mana to get that first wave secured.
Top lane.
Nikkei off to a really good start. 3-2 to the 0-0 of no one. That's actually not no one. GPK.
Also just trying to force the.
So this is why they picked the Witch Doctor, to shut down the Primal Beast in lane.
It's a decent amount considering he's tanking a little bit of the creep
This is why they did it.
And of course the clicks from Insania. So he's down to half health. Does have a salve though, so.
Insania is on top of this. Oh, he's gonna get the courier too.
Ooh, well that's
yeah, maybe you're right, Robarzon. Maybe I'm not giving you enough credit.
The recipe for that for a little bit. This is pretty nice.
I love the way Insania played this. He immediately ran after when the creeps got pulled because if he just doesn't go here, then Primal Beast is going to have way too much impact, but he goes here and gets some...
The fact that they're dragging creeps against a Faceless Void is a pretty good sign for Liquid.
5 definitely follow, because there's a bit of gold to be earned when the enemy pulls like this.
I feel like Insania is such a joyful Dota 2 player.
Yeah, I'm definitely... Like, the thing is, when I play... When you play, like... When you play pubs, 90% of games, carry and mid get marked immediately.
It's so hard for me. Like, if I think about him...
That's the issue. So I'm down to play Morph mid just to practice Morph, but... I'm telling you, I played like 5 games, and I played carry in one of them, and Morph was banned.
Still has a healing cell.
And the other 3 games I played supporter offlane.
Lane looking kind of rough right now for GPK. Only 4 and 3 CS against a 10 and 5 over on Mickey, who's going to push this creep wave.
There's not much you can do about it.
The problem is when you play this Quaswex Invoker, you don't really have that much damage, and against SF,
that was a nice cold snap, prevented him from getting the flag creep.
It's super hard to stop him from getting the farm that he gets.
This Liquid draft is so awkward. What's awkward about it? I definitely don't think the Liquid draft is bad.
High damage on a Shadow Fiend, and with the raises, you have to be very careful about your positioning. Does it seem about typical?
Sort of typical, but a little bit worse than typical.
I think I'd prefer to be the Radiant draft.
Of where it should be. Like, I'm expecting him to win the lane, but he's doing really great right now on Mickey.
I feel like we haven't talked at all about this bottom lane for the most part. Seems like
any reason you're not casting the other game?
Here for Ramses.
Because I'm a streamer for Liquid and I'm a fan of Liquid.
CS and there's been a lot of harassment.
And I don't know why that game's more exciting than this one.
His Thunderstrike trying to keep Zai back.
Isn't Void like auto win?
I think it's likely we see any
It doesn't work like that at all either.
kills in this bottom lane, or
We could definitely end up seeing something, but more likely we're going to see a high action on top lane because right now.
I mean, I don't have to cast Liquid. Like, I can do whatever I want, but I'd rather watch the Liquid series.
Like this double creep wave, and look at the HP on Liquid. Both of them are half HP. It's a little bit of a tense moment here.
yeah, and Sania just got
Look at that, Matu doing the whole creep drag in a tower. Just like I always teach my 2Ks.
Right now.
Yeah, they're going for the dive.
Oh, my little
Getting
2Ks.
right behind this tower. He's got himself an onslaught and a trample. DM's just gonna go use that Q.
I don't think Liquid's draft is awkward.
Not be able to finish off Insania though, once they'll get off.
That was actually really good CS by Matu because he had to CS that creep depending on where the cask bounced.
Pressure definitely on, but
So when the cask bounced, he was like ready to react to the fact that that creep was going to need to be hit. That was actually a really hard CS to get, but it was a flag bearer creep, so it was worth 100 gold for him to get that CS. Man, I'm already fucking yawning.
He
GG
didn't run
chat.
far into a tree line. He just immediately stayed in the tower range because that's his safety.
Yamich making this rotation.
Yeah, I did my meta-analysis video on YouTube today, and Void was banned 35 times and picked 5 times.
So close, he has 3 mana, 1 mana away from.
So he's like pretty much only banned. People are afraid of the hero, but people don't want to pick it unless it's a good game for the hero.
Got Boxy who teleport over to the mid lane. Yamich does sit nearby, but looks like they're not going to go for this play.
You need booba energy? You're right, I need a couple misclicks in my life.
Patiently.
Oh, there's no misclick.
Top lane, more pressure being placed.
Honestly, Asian Bunny X is really dropping the ball.
This is excellent.
I'm losing my shit!
Able to identify
Thanks for
his
the
alone
64
and
months,
new
Fireman.
final
that
beast
final
set.
click. It's still going to be
I think it's
who
fugly.
gets the first blood.
I think it's
Lane,
okay.
get the cogs off over onto GPK. Nikkei, though, just more interested in hitting some of these creeps, and they have another rotation coming out now from Okota. Yamish rushing forward. Boxy is not looking good for him, although he has popped his wand. It's going to take one more hit.
Mickey gets the
but
turn
at the same time,
kill.
we'll end up losing Yamish.
I would say Liquid's pretty happy with that.
No mid laner was harmed.
Void and SF, top 2 CSs. I would say things are looking pretty good for Liquid here.
Yeah, the sports understanding that this mid matchup is quite important to try and get your team.
Why
out a
is
little bit,
Clock
which is why
mid?
we see
SF was
Dota
owning.
Also controlling the bottom rune, making sure SF doesn't get a bottle refill.
So when SF's owning, what's the opponent team gonna do?
So close to it, a regen rune to boot, but not going to be able to achieve it as PMP clearing up that mana over Mickey. But
If you were against an SF who's owning, what would you do?
to get himself a little bit of fruit and a refilled bottle as they go for a smoke play. Boxy though, smoke will pop immediately. Yamish dropping the ward. They ping it out. And they do have, oh, it's just an observer, so they'll have to go and pick themselves up a sentry. But yeah, you can see now Mickey rotating over here to this top lane. Sania just kind of plinking away. DM seems unaware.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's gonna come up too far.
There it is. There's the Maledict.
Well, what the answer is, you would gank the SF.
Bounces, but they do a lot
So
of
the reason why the Clockwork's there is because
like DM will survive,
he
but
knows
needs
that
a
if
nice
his
rotation
mid laner
from
SF is
and
doing well, that the opponent is going to gank him.
In the bottom lane,
So
though,
he
they
needs
go
to
for
be
the
there
dive
to
on
counter
Zai.
gank.
Be able to clean up Visage.
That's a big kill because they're catapult alive and they can now push the tower bottom. So VP in a good spot to do the first bit of real tower damage in this game.
Okay, teleporting in. Does have to be careful. They do have the onslaught on Yamish if they decide to run in, but the Witch Doctor also rotating. It is a powerful combination with the Maledict. He's going to look for the cast.
Yeah, it's a really weird misconception people have. They like if a hero's strong, you're supposed to like let them be by themselves.
Not sure they have quite
That's like a
enough
very
damage.
weird logic.
You see that rocket flare.
If you're a support, wouldn't you rather be near the guy that's strong,
But not enough.
not near the guy that's weak?
That's a very clutch kinetic field there. If he didn't do it,
The only time you're near a guy that, or you don't want to be near a guy that's strong, is when they're strong in the sense that they're not easy to gank.
Identical CS
Like a
right
Slark
now.
safe lane, right?
The carries here. We have a good game
Like
going
if
on
Slark's
the
level
board lane,
6,
but
generally he wants you to play away from him, just because he's hard to gank.
free farm.
so he can get solo XP. But if a hero is really strong, especially one that's squishy and high damage, it's better to play near them.
Use the tornado because he's got 3 heroes chasing.
Nice Chronosphere from Matu.
On
Really good rotation from Matu there.
The game used gets a kill on the mid lane, so Liquid has to be pretty gosh darn happy about that.
Yeah, that's what you want when you play Void. You want to see some opportunity to just TP in and be useful by just dropping the Chrono. When you have SF, he can easily deal the damage into the Chronosphere as well. So
yeah, you're just oversimplifying the game. Silent
One
Cartographer.
big difference between the two teams here, of course, Morphling. While we talked about him being able to be active early, he doesn't have that big incentive to join the fight.
The way you're looking at the game is like every game's the same.
Bottom lane, plays being made
And
on
that's obviously not how Dota is.
Need to land the Maledict, which they do have, and they have a pretty big nuke amount of damage. But the follow-up is here from VP. GPK getting
GPK is everywhere, huh?
With that tornado thrown right back over.
I'm pretty surprised Mickey doesn't have a wand against Invoker.
They're still gonna manage to get the kill on Mickey. Now Insania running for his life.
Because you're gonna need P Mana Bird.
All of his spells at this point, so he's not gonna be able to go for the glimpse play back. Does have the kinetic field. And he'll be able to buy a bit more time. Insania, he's thinking about going back. Matu's here, though. They have to be a little
Falcon Blade SF.
Uses the time dilation.
Pretty much every core goes Falcon Blade right now.
But the rest of
It's the new Soul Ring.
they're happy.
You know how Soul Ring was bought on everybody last patch? Now Falcon Blade's bought on literally everybody.
For BP there, getting the Shadow Fiend kill is really huge for them. And they did protect the Morphling. He's a hard hero to kill even with...
You're
like,
looking
triple
like
raises,
Timothy Chalamet.
Like, he can still just morph more strength and be completely fine.
I don't know who that is.
Dive under tower.
We're Googling it.
No, they react. VP with
American actor.
Good moves over the map there.
Oh, the guy from Dune.
Yeah, I think GPK doesn't make
Do I look like him, Chet? I feel like
his
his facial structure is very different from mine.
nice identification. It's good having everybody nearby. And speaking of a good position at the right time, Yamish manages to find a kill on Insania. He's had enough of all these Maledicts.
Yeah, he's pinging out that he thinks there's a ward there as well, but the ward isn't where he pinged, so good sneaky deep ward by Radiant, getting that kill for them. That one was not so sneaky,
They do see
though.
this one, though. Yeah.
You look like Lucas Timothy? Okay, I only have so many Google searches per minute that I can do, guys. Sorry.
Though, because he was having a little bit of a difficult time here on the top lane as Yamish returning. Does spot out Boxy. He's used all of his spells. Nice little sidestep, though. He's going to have the power cogs very soon, too. So if they overextend,
You're both white with dark hair. Good enough for me. You know what they always say. Or you know what I always say. All white people look the same.
Follow up now, trying to get the Sunstrike, but Boxy is just going to be able to go and chain out as the follow up from Insania, and Mickey is here. Mickey is going to turn his attention over to the camp because it feels like VP are going to back off after that last attempt at murder.
My god, Boxy, the little clockwork that could, man. He really stayed alive for a long time there.
Dude, Boxy is such an annoying fuck
understanding of how to dodge.
when he plays these heroes like Tiny and Clockwork.
Even got his level 6 during all of that.
He's so pesky, you know? He likes to just like... He just does random shit, and it works. I mean, he's like really good at forcing people to fuck with him and then getting away.
Your hook shot.
You look like Pale Horse from Arkosh Gaming. I honestly think him and I have like nothing in common.
I don't want to say slowing down necessarily, but okay, hold on. We have a smoke play coming out from the side of VP, and they're hoping that they can find Mickey in the jungle. They know that he's been hitting a lot of these creep camps, but he's already made his way back to the mid lane. So it looks like they might just rejoin here with DM. No, they'll turn back around. Hook shot over.
Would you say Boxy is a 4-position version of Thompson? I could see that.
A couple of these hits, just uses the one raise, so they'll be able to take out one of their main initiators.
Good clean kill.
Now Insania. They only managed to grab Insania on this. I don't think you're too upset about that if you're Liquid, because now they're going to try to just move forward. They don't have any mana left, though, over on Boxy. That time
Pale Horse is white? You're right, that means I look the same.
They follow up
Good point.
with the Chronosphere just to hold GPK in place, even though Void's not anywhere near here. And they'll go for that Requiem, following up with the battery slot. Dakota will fall to Zai while this is going on, and they manage to chase down GPK in the end.
Usually that would be like a Chrono Omega Lol, where he gets glimpsed away, but it actually was a good Chrono.
And he only has 3 points time walk, and still he's able to get to these fights in time, in good position. So I like what we're seeing from Atuma in this game. He's very active with the Chrono. Once he has it, he wants to be a part of the fights.
Oh. Zai with the resummon.
That's
some really good micro from my boy Ludwig.
This Maledict is doing so much work this game, I feel. They even go and use that Death Ward to ensure that they collect it. Although now Zai taking a bit of damage here from Ramses. Do have the two birds, and they're going to poke away on the backlines over at Dakota. They do manage to get the kill, but the hook shot and over onto Ramses. Get a glimpse back over to Mickey, but now he's a little bit closer to Ramses. So I'm not sure if that was necessarily what they wanted to do. That tornado coming out, the coconut though bouncing around. This is looking very bad for Morphling. Mickey, man, this guy is absolutely dominating as Matu will clean up Dakota on the back lines.
They're getting a lot right now, and the momentum on this SF. He was doing so much right-click damage there.
Visage rotating the mid tower here is really nice. Liquid is down 2 towers to 0 right now. The Morphling took the early tower bottom, and then also the Timbersaw took the early tower top. I mean, the thing about Timbersaw is, like, you're pretty much expecting to lose your tower. At the very latest, you'll lose your tower at the 10-minute catapult. That's like the absolute latest. Timbersaw will take your tower. If Timbersaw hasn't taken your tower by 10 minutes, the Timbersaw team's like already lost. Like the game's actually over. So it's like you have to assume. So that means Liquid now has to like try to level the playing field in terms of towers taken.
DM has had a decent amount of time to himself. He's got himself the Vanguard completed. Hold that thought though in the mid lane. Looks like GPK wants. Oh, the hook shot though coming in from Boxy.
Okay, so Boxy gets the hook.
Get a glimpse back. They'll drop the static storm, but there's nothing to control them into it.
Dieb's rotating on mid as well. Offlaners at the mid lane. That's the party here. VP has 5 heroes here. It's appearing to be a trade. Because Zai and Matamaman are just bottom right now. Matamaman no Chrono, so he doesn't want to fight.
Maybe a little bit more, but yeah, here comes Matu. We're looking for that Chrono.
Oh, he TP'd in because Chrono's coming off cooldown.
The question is, will VP
most notably, he can do this TP because Zai is going to still kill the tower bottom without him. So usually when you take the tower, you like disperse afterwards. You know, the offlaner goes and farms, the carry goes and farms. But if you can do it before, that's fine too.
Drops the kinetic field, does manage to grab Matu, but I think Insania's got this all under wraps. While this is going down, we see that Ramses kills off Zai.
Yeah, he had quite a bit of help there, both the Invoker and the Primal Beast joining. Zai, no way to strive against that. So he does go down. Game still not really in anyone's
Don't you think we have too many agi items, but not enough strength items?
I'm losing my shit!
Like what?
Excuse me, Mr. Streamer. I can't hear the stream over your talking.
Excuse me, Mr. Subscriber, Mr. Viewer.
Anyone, but you can do a serious amount of damage. Definitely
you can go suck it.
Anyone except Morphling, probably. And Timber, of course. With his,
thanks for the sub, Ricky. Hope you're doing well, my man.
I'd have to say there is a huge advantage coming up here. Mickey is so close to finishing off that BKB, and that's going to be a huge power spike when you're up against something like a Timbersaw, like this Invoker. All these guys that rely heavily on the magic, but there
okay,
we go.
so it would have worked if Disruptor was not there immediately. But he was, so...
It's not looking great. As he'll take
Matamaman? Oh gosh.
He gets caught out by GPK, and they finish off just cleaning up one after one. Mickey running for
that was not good.
BKB though, so it looks like VP, they're happy with that engagement. They were able to follow up fast enough, and they got themselves a kill on Matu, which I feel was needed.
It was definitely needed. It was a good read too, because they saw Matu farming top before, then they sent the
tier 2 top
to farm the top lane, and he was baiting.
Did she say tier 2 top? Is that what she said?
Counter initiate, and the moment that the Chrono goes down, they are there with Disruptor, Static Storm, and it's completely turned around.
All right, so what are we going to start seeing now from the side of VP? We know that this Morphling, he's going to continue to farm. He is currently sitting at the top of the net worth. He's going to be going for the Manta, it looks like, next. But are we going to be seeing, you know, more pressure being placed, or are they going to just kind of chill out over on the side of VP for the time being?
They're going to look to fight for sure. Oh, we're going to see Disruptor go a little bit too deep.
That's not their choice to fight. That was an unfortunate series of events. As over on the side, Timber Chain out, but the hook coming out from Boxy. Also to follow. They'll be able to clean him up. A little bit of damage being placed out.
Dude, why do I, like, I was doing just fine until these games started, and now I'm yawning like fucking crazy.
Very happy with this pickoff.
it's a good pick-off, but in the end, it's just a one-for-one trade, so not too much done, and Liquid invested more time and resources moving more heroes over, whereas VP,
because I
you asked me
ate?
how they're gonna play. I
Really,
think they're
though?
gonna play exactly like they're doing here, which is
I don't think
not
so.
too stressed. They were still farming bottom with
What can we say? Your boys play boring.
Is just taking the time to get, even
I don't think
more
this
farm.
game's
Even though
been
he already
boring.
has the Blink Dagger, he realizes he needs BKB in this game at some point. So they're not playing with high stress. They have the Midas on Invoker.
Usually yawning is a sign that you are tired.
Probably scales a little bit better in my opinion, but
Go
down the
on.
road, we might even see that Aghanim's Disruptor. So for sure, VP have some serious threats.
Having flashbacks of the game the other night where they had a Clockwork and they had the Disruptor, both trying to get the Aghanim Scepter as their first item.
Navi, of course, yeah.
Yes, this is not.
You need a standing
Navi
desk?
playing that Clockwork Disruptor, both fighting to get the big Aghanim
Yeah, I
Scepter.
do.
But this game, I think, it looks more like I want to see it. Disruptor just slowly building towards it.
Someone redeem
Jumping
handstand?
forward does have the Maledict on him, and they've already used the Death Ward, so... Looks like they're happy with that exchange. DM can just take so much damage, honestly, even with that Maledict.
Have you been up all night?
Now that he's got himself Vanguard.
My sleeping schedule is quite
For the clarity, but is aware that,
wonky right now, I would say.
all the magic damage that can come out from the Maledict, and Mickey, of course.
Quite wonky.
Yeah, there's certainly a large
It's either
amount
you're
of burst
tired or
damage.
you
Yeah,
have a
they're just
brain
with the
tumor.
smoke on
Yikes.
Faces Void.
Those
They're
are the
looking
two
to get a big
choices?
kickoff. Look
I
at the
guess I'm
precision
tired.
Damage, though. He's smoke
I hope.
revealing on the cliff.
That's pretty smart. There you go. Use the flare. They know he's up there, so they'll hook shot up, get that vision, and just
Okay.
burst him down. But it's still not too shabby here. Although it looks like they're going to go right into the Roche pit because of this, and that is a little problematic for the side of VP because they're not going to be able to take a 5v5.
Yeah, a bit of a bad.
Mickey's going
read there
blink.
by Yamich
I
as
guess
well,
it's
not
probably
using the Blink
positioning
Dagger
to follow
immediately,
up
but he
the
smoke revealed. He
hook
tried
in the
to charge away
Chronosphere.
with Onslaught, but that does have a build-up time, and Liquid has some fast disables coming out. So if he just blinked to safety, he could have lived, but he probably wasn't expecting them to be that low. He's looking more to the top rights, expecting.
That's what somebody who has a tumor would say? That's
now,
true.
This is pretty scary for the side of
Actually, we have a
because
piece of
now,
caffeine
not only
gum.
do you have
I'm going to put it
Aegis,
in
You've got
my
the
mouth.
Chronosphere that you have to watch out
The
for.
gum.
They still have that BKB over on Mickey. Although Matu in the bottom lane, they do.
Are they
going to
pop Aegis like right away? That'd be a disaster.
Not quite enough damage, I think, as he moves forward. Goes for the Chronosphere, grabs GPK, and Insania getting into position, walks into the Chrono, just wants to make sure that he can get a stun off if necessary. There's the cast over on Hakoda. So it was a brilliant try coming out from BVP, but at the end of the day, just not quite enough damage.
What a nice Chrono 2, catching him on the edge there on the Invoker. Yeah, that was a nice try. They wanted to get rid of the Aegis immediately. That would make the game easier to play. Oh, Morphling might be able to.
Ramses.
Close.
That was very close.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you mask him out.
Okay, let's fucking go. Liquid's back.
Someone might jump you. But he does keep the Aegis, and he almost has the full BKB now after that, too.
Maybe this caffeine gum will give me
I think
wings.
their power spike is going to be when they have the Aghanims complete
Like Monster.
over on the side of Morphling. That'll make him a lot stronger.
Oh yeah, now we're jazzed up. This caffeine's rushing through my veins.
Managed to miss the hook shot. Yamich makes his way bottom along with DM. Looking to possibly push them out of the jungle. But Liquid having a pretty decent read on this. Chain forward, onslaught over onto Insano, immediately goes for the voodoo switcheroo. They'll turn this attention right back to Yamich, so he's going to be the initiator, but he's still going to end up dying. And now DM not looking too great himself as they do have that death ward.
Can you actually time walk dodge glimpse? I don't think you can, right?
To keep DM alive. But the rest of the team, they're coming in hot. As they send in Mickey, they send in Zai, they want to get a stun off. They should be able to close the gap over on Hakoda at the very least, so that is going to be a dead disruptor.
Okay, Liquid suddenly
Nice
making some
turnaround
good
after
moves
they
here.
tried to make the gank play over onto Insania and Matu.
That's one of the tricky things, and why I think Witch Doctor is so strong, right? I was hyping that Witch Doctor should be respected more and picked more. Look at him. You try and gank him, he just
Quite
hops
sure you
into
would have
his
gotten it
switcheroo.
right there
It's
if it
really
worked.
tricky to
Yeah,
get
that's
that
true. It
kill.
looked pretty close.
You don't expect a POS 5 to be, you know, so strong, but he honestly does a lot of damage while also buying himself time to survive.
I definitely think Witch Doctor's a bit underrated.
Really good shard.
This hero's pretty scary.
Looks like they're going to try try to force them out of this area of the map. The glimpse back over onto Zai. And
that is a
not
dead
too much
Visage.
they can really do to help out, as he's going to be the first one to fall. Yamich was going for that.
That was quite a bit of an overextension from Liquid, huh? Like, the thing is, you can't go to places that will be out of position in the future against Disruptor.
Try to BKB and ulti there to
We have a lot of time manipulators in this game.
keep his Requiem ready, but
We have Disruptor and we have Void.
Let Zai have a chance of surviving there.
Maybe they wanted to hold on to it because they have the Chronosphere coming up very soon too, so they want to have maximum efficiency with the damage, but do have the Aghanim Scepter picked up now from Morphling, so that is a big power spike for him.
Yeah,
I have not talked to Dendi
more fight ready now,
about that
and,
Control Warrior.
I think they want to start using the Morphling.
BSJ,
more.
that's only
He has
2.
only been part of 4 kills.
Well, Morphling can turn into Void.
Right now, I think
so
people are
3.
struggling a little bit in these
You just go suck it.
And we see Liquid having much more impact with their carry. Matumba's
What does
already
Morph's
10 kills,
Ags
using
do?
the chrono off cooldown as
So
much as
Morph's Ags is insanely broken. What it does is you steal, you don't get, you steal
That is one thing I've really
20% of your target's primary attribute.
In the past year is that the cores are becoming more and more.
And then based on their primary
Vision
attribute,
there from the rocket
whatever
flare,
it may
Big
be,
A. It's gonna get picked up and
you
pulverized.
also steal something else from them.
Out.
So most notably,
Does not have a TP. That is
against
scary.
Agi heroes,
Find him. He's gonna be off to the other
you
side.
steal 70 attack speed.
He's still there. He doesn't actually have TP anymore.
Not get 70 attack speed, you steal it.
There for a while, but he'll be completely fine.
So if you morph into an Agi carry,
he's gonna go for the next creep wave.
with Ags on Morphling, that Agi carry loses 20% of their Agi and 70 attack speed.
Got their attention over on the tower.
Yeah, but they're not gonna get the tower without a creep.
Oh, is it 20% of all stats?
Very nice.
Whatever.
Now backing out and fixing
That's
bottom
even
and
better.
mid lane, As VP have been pretty active about shoving the lanes overall and keeping Liquid back as much as they can.
Looks like it's gonna.
I thought it just stole primary
the
stat.
time of BKB
I could be wrong though.
Looks like Ramsey's got. Oh, he was looking at it.
For how long do they lose it? However long you are morphed into them, my friend.
Does have it planned.
So the talent at 15 or whatever?
And yeah, we saw a little bit of harass over onto Yamich.
Interesting to see that Mickey is playing more of a spellcaster SF in this game, by the way. He's going for a Hex next item.
Matu gonna get glimpsed back, but they do have Boxy and they've got Mickey. And you know what?
The clutch twitch overlay. Oh.
Yeah, he still does a lot of Rectic damage, of course, but he is going to build into this control Shadow Fiend with BKB, Blink, and Hex. Probably going to go for the Swift Blink at some point this game too, and we can expect to see him late game going Refresher. I think all of this is because he wants lockdown against Morphling. This is purely a reaction when you see Morphling. You need more control. He doesn't want to just try and right-click win against Morphling because that's very difficult.
Oh yeah, look at it go.
Lane, GPK has got that Ghost Walk up currently. He's going to try to make some moves over onto Zai. Got the Spirit Vessel charge followed with the
oh shit, the Boxy hook.
The back lines. Poxy will be able to push GPK back as Matu pops the BKB.
Okay.
Making his way over to GPK.
Matu BKB is it up. Chasing after DM. Get him in the DMs, dog.
Out, but they'll use the Chronosphere. They
gonna
say
get the
not
Maledict off. Gonna use
that
Voodoo
Maledict coming into play, the Voodoo
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo.
Then he's gonna use the regular ult. No, he's not.
Possible, and they'll be able to finally
DMs.
slay the Timbersaw after he's made it out
They're
alive
open.
multiple times.
Hit him up on Twitter.
That surprised me a little bit that they went for Visage on bottom there because they had a ward in their own jungle. They saw that Liquid were in the area. They saw multiple of them actually in this jungle, and they still decided to commit over on the Visage. And of course, Visage having
so Morphling ult goes through BKB.
You know, the Wraith Pack to mitigate damage.
In regards to Lotus Orb, I don't think it does anything.
That they saw in the jungle instead of this Visage.
Imagine if you Lotus Orbed somebody and the Void turned into Morphling.
Do you see a teleport coming down though? It's GPK.
That would actually be really funny, but it does not work like that.
Hakoda pinging out that he sees himself a Mickey. Insania is going to back off along with Zai. So they are grouped together. They're ready for a fight if needed, but there it is. There's a glimpse back into the silence with that Static Storm. They'll drop the Wraith Pack, though, trying to just mitigate some
That
of the
would
scales.
crash
They
the
rip it down
server?
so quickly.
Yeah.
Zai, he's not going to be able to do much here. He's going to try to just come back up after that stone. But they'll follow up with
In all honesty, Blade Mail should reflect Blade Mail, right? So what happens is when two people are Blade Mail and they hit each other, it bounces infinitely, and then they kill each other instantly. Right? That's what should happen.
They did fight back on the
Mickey?
Protoss as DM comes in. Mickey, though, already popping
Matu
BKB. It's a little bit of a split
gets
fight now.
grabbed,
Matu gets picked up
BKB
by
deployed,
this Primal Beast. The
Yamich.
They finally take down Boxy. Matu, though, doesn't
Matu.
feel super confident. He's going to teleport
DM Ramses.
Chase after.
Beautiful casting, BSJ. Thank you.
As well, but this is an amazing play by Ramses to turn into Faceless Void and just stayed alive for so long, using the time walk there. That was very confident by Liquid to try and take that fight after they already lost the Visage.
Should
and
be the lower HP hero that dies. Fair enough. You're right.
Chrono is on cooldown.
So then the meta would be to go 5 Heart of Tarrasque's Blade Mail.
As far as big ultimates go.
And then the other guy just sells his Blade Mail, and then your build doesn't work anymore.
Struggle with Matumba when he has that ulti ready, so they need to play around it smartly, bait him to use it, or take fights immediately after a previous team fight.
This play-by-play is insane.
Feels like everybody's waiting for that
It is
Roshan
unmatched.
here in the top lane. Still going to be a bit as that Rocket Flare does scout out the two of them. How are we doing here? Disruptor. Still big dreams.
Arcane Blink being queued up.
What happens if I Lotus Orb their Blade Mail? Okay, let's not get into fucking unrealistic scenarios. 2K players never buy Lotus Orb, and 9K players never buy Blade Mail. So that situation's never gonna happen.
I mean,
Don't worry about it.
He already revealed that he was building it. He had the components for it.
Right. Look at Mickey. He's like, maybe someone will come for this rune. And they ping it out. They see that the arcane rune does get snapped up. So
Does Lincoln's stop Morph from using his ult on your hero?
Hugging together.
Indeed.
Realize
Morph
that they're
is
trying to
a
hunt for
single
pick
target
off. Let's
spell,
not give it to them.
and Lincoln's
they're
blocks
losing
a
control
single
over the
target
Roshan
spell.
area, but they still have one crucial
So it
ward
does,
that has
yes.
not been found by Team Liquid. If they can keep this ward in the Roche area, that might.
They have this really valuable ward that Liquid is just playing on top of,
I don't think he realized.
and they're not dewarding.
10 seconds before Roche will respawn.
That's a Monka S. That ward could literally lose them the game.
Do something, perhaps bait with DM and then follow up. They know. If DM is showing this far up on the mid lane, they know that everyone is behind them.
Lotus Orb is my favorite item, sir, and I'm 2K, so you can suck it. I don't know, man. Telling me to suck it because you're 2K, that doesn't sound like a powerful insult.
Seen over on VP, so we're gonna see them back up immediately. Ramses not gonna get caught.
Yamich breaking that smoke almost instantly. Hookshot not gonna connect.
He's so fast at getting out of there. He has Onslaught, Force Staff, and
2Ks deserve a sucking
this
too.
is out of there.
You know, that's correct.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's works hard on his cardio, but clearly, boy has some schmoves.
I'm only 2K because of your videos, you son of a gun.
Into the Roche pit. Pulverize comes
Did you
off
used to be
immediately
3K?
over here onto Boxy. They'll
Forehead?
follow BKB on Matu.
Oh, that's an early BKB. Bit of a window here for VP.
Sitting a little bit
Yeah, it's
low.
pretty hard
DM
for
jumping
Matsu to
for
do
that
any damage
BKB
during
getting
team fights
popped
without
from
BKB.
DM. The glimpse back over onto
Oh,
Matu,
gosh.
into the static storm. This is looking pretty scary
Oh,
now.
did
as
it a
they
deer.
use that cheat stick over onto Ramsey. The
Matu.
He will indeed pop to GPK.
Omega lol.
DM chasing after Zai. We've got such a
Oh,
split
no.
fight here. The attention,
This fight's
though,
not
going
looking
over
good.
to the side. They'll be able to grab
Boxy
up
brought
Kukota
down
to
your
finish
Coda,
him
but he
off.
already used all the shit on Disruptor.
Tornado, Delta split going on.
Zai
With the
against
Sunstrike
the
not gonna quite land. It is now
world.
Ramsey's making his way over
He's
to
gonna
the
drop.
supports on the side of Liquid.
Dude, playing
Skill on
Visage into
Zai.
Timbersaw is
Oh, and they'll
rough.
pulverize Boxy. Can they grab Insania? It's looking like they should be able to.
Back when I was
get a
first picking
couple
Visage,
cuts
I always
from
played
the
against
big old
Timbersaw.
blade of
It was always
Timbersaw.
Timbersaw and
Finish 'em,
Centaur.
and they can make their way over into the
That's
pit
the
now.
pub answer to Visage.
Beautiful fight there by VP, and the fact that Matumba was baited to use his BKB early, they backed out and
He
didn't
got
have a
glimpsed
chance
because
to
of the
go
ward.
for
You're
long, and
correct.
landed the glimpse due to that ward that they still had.
Dude, my Twitch chatters are faster at this shit than Wagamama himself.
In fact, the no BKB Void dropping the Static Storm, and they just kill him cleanly. From there on, the fight is already despair.
Waga must be watching my stream, watching my chat,
Go in and try to make the play.
and then proceeds to give a good point because somebody in my chat gave that point.
Being the Radiant who takes the Aegis and
Who's
puts
gonna
it on
get the
Ramsey.
shard? I wonder. They have the shard over on Morphling now, but he already
That's a
has
good
one.
question.
Thank you for all your coaching videos. Was fun and learned a lot, but I'm still 2K. Sounds like some user error scenarios going here.
Invoker.
Waga is Swedish. They're a bit slow sometimes.
Well,
It's because of that salted licorice they eat.
Named rock throw.
That's why they're all. That's why they're all slow.
So it's not gonna be him.
The minute you taste that frickin' salted licorice, you know there's something wrong with these people.
For a core, 'cause now we can
BSJ,
John
why
Choi,
are
thanks
you
for the
rooting
38
for
months.
as well, dumping spells in
I'm rooting for Team Liquid. Yay!
in these team fights, a big thing is that Morphling is always turning himself into Faces Void and diving in to get that time dilation placed on Team Liquid. I think the Lincoln Sphere that he's building on Faces Void can have huge.
You think it's
impact.
more of a finish thing? When I was in Stockholm, like there were so many places that had the salted licorice.
That does seem like a good way to
Arctic Wolves, thanks for the sub.
That's one of the main reasons why these fights are going so well for VP whenever he's able to get that
What's a realistic win-loss ratio if you're low MMR and you're playing at your best?
Oh my god!
Well, of course, you know Valve makes a forced 50-50, so if you win 5 games in a row, they're going to give you dog shit teammates, and you're going to lose 5 games in a row, so you're just stuck for eternity where you are. I'm sorry to tell you, buddy.
The only thing that we've seen faster was, I think, Polaris was up against Tempest, right?
Evan Wells with the 81.
That's surprising
Thank you.
considering how well T1's been playing. All right, Secret, they're in TI form.
Certainly.
But no, if you're playing well, but you're at your MMR right now, you know, like, but you think you're like learning and playing well, probably 55%, maybe 60% if you're like super owning.
On Invoker, if he sees anything. Oh.
He sees insane.
I'd say like 55% is like really solid. Anything above that's like pretty damn good. Like very damn good, not just pretty damn good.
Oh, they have a gem over on Invoker too.
Just. I want to be wrong, guys. I want to be wrong about one of these games. I want you guys to have, like, suspense. You know, I didn't say Liquid's draft was way worse than VP's. But a lot of these games are just ease of execution, I feel like. I feel like VP's draft is just easier to play this game. I feel like Matu made, like, 1 or 2 mistakes. And then Liquid just lost. Oh? Oh, but he just has shards, so he's morphing during Chrono. Very good.
Turns himself into his own Faceless Void. This is what we're talking about. That slow, all of it coming out from Ramsey's one.
Very
now
good.
Mickey having to blink away. The BKB duration has already passed. Gonna see Matu just sliding back and forth here, trying to get them off of this tower. It's gonna be proving a little bit difficult when you no longer have that.
For sure, Drager. Slark is very good.
And not getting the kill.
So difficult to get a kill.
What are your thoughts on Mirana carry? I'm seeing a lot of Mirana offlane in my pubs, but Mirana carry, don't really have thoughts on that. I don't think it's very good. I mean, my thoughts are it's not very good.
Pressure's on. They're just able to rip apart these buildings in this top.
Why did he chrono the Aegis? Because Morph doesn't have BKB. So if he chronos the Aegis and kills the Morph in the Chronosphere, then what's going to happen is SF's going to walk on top of him and channel a Requiem on his fucking respawn. And then Morph should die twice.
That's the only thing they can play around here.
But that is not what happened.
Perhaps.
With a little bit of Sunstrike. Birds will clean up, though. Slow them down just a little bit. Coming out from Zai. Again, these birds trying to do whatever they can.
I honestly think Morph's at the point of beyond broken.
Another couple seconds as they end up losing one.
I like wouldn't even be upset if Valve were to like nerf Morphling before TI started.
They're still doing quite well on the side of VP. Still have that
Excalibur, Steve.
They're gonna back out.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Excaliburians. People that watch Excalibur. Thank you.
Don't get too greedy. I love the discipline coming out from VP because they already got one lane. They took the.
Why don't people ban Morph?
And now they can keep.
The thing about Morph is you lose to him at like 30 minutes, but like you lose to freaking Enigma.
Check my logs from 9 messages ago when you can. Thanks.
Undying at like 5 minutes, you know.
So nobody wants to play against these fucks. Because at least you get to play the first 25 minutes of the game against Morphling. You know what I mean?
Certainly. But yeah, 37 minutes in, the big dreamer has finally realized his dreams. He has the Aghanim.
Somebody donated me asking me to check
right now.
chat logs
on him. He's probably calling his team over like, I'm super strong, we can kill anything that I catch.
If there was ever a time to party horn as a little disruptor,
9 messages ago.
Alright, let's see what they can do here.
Okay.
Here's the Glimmer over on Yama. She's just trying to get some vision. There's the smoke. Let's see, Matu's paired up here with Boxy. They should see the angle from the rocket. They don't know that Matu's with him, though. I don't know. Oh, nope, they have a ward. They do know exactly where they are. They're just going to have to close that gap. Casual Sunstrike.
Yeah, scouting a bit.
They smoke on their own.
Man, Liquid need a big...
Are you asking about the strength items?
Really struggling in these fights. They have to try and find the Invoker or multiple...
Generally, strength heroes buy armor items.
Matu coming forward, realizes
like armor utility items. You say there's like no, like strength heroes can't buy int items, but a lot of strength heroes buy like Lotus Orbs and Shivas and Aces. And these are items that usually agility carries cannot buy. Like, it doesn't make sense for them to buy them. So I guess, like, I would think of non-attribute items as strength hero items. That would be my response.
Follow up with some of these hits. A nice play from Mickey. He's just going to teleport out, though. He's more than happy with what he got. As Zai drops the birds.
But now that I was busy reading your thing, I come back to Liquid losing, so I blame I Play for Friend for Liquid losing. If it weren't for you, they'd be winning.
And didn't immediately use BKB. That puts him at great danger if Disruptor is nearby and he has that telescope he can easily reach with the ulti. Still going high ground here, VP.
Okay, so I actually want to talk about this VP draft for a second.
Put out the sheep stick. Back lines, the
minus $3 then?
Smells blood in the water. He's got a decent
I mean, I'm not. I answered your question. What do you mean minus $3?
Zybird's doing whatever they can to try to push them.
I mean, you gave me $3, so you did, you know, you did subtract $3, but I answered your question.
Proving to be difficult.
Sweden's biggest weakness is meatballs. We can't resist. You know,
what was I gonna say? Oh,
it's what's natural to
so Liquid picked Visage second round. Their third overall pick was Visage, and VP responded with Disruptor Timber, which on paper doesn't seem like that. Yeah, Timbersaw is nice against Visage, sure, but like it's actually genius because the way Visage counters Timbersaw, or like not counters, the way Visage deals with Timbersaw is that Timbersaw gets up in your face. So usually Visage will use Soul, Grave Chill on the Timber and then just run away. You know, that's what he does. He's just gonna like use Grave Chill on the Timber and then go to some other target or like disengage from the Timber. He's gonna like force a reaction and then use Grave Chill to disengage from the Timber. So Timber needs a hero that drags the Visage back, while Disruptor would not be good against Visage if there was no hero to make the Visage run away in the first place. So basically what I'm saying is, I think Disruptor Timber is actually an insanely creative way to counter Visage.
Which is, you know, almost all heroes in Dota.
The two heroes together own Visage. So, I find that fascinating. Hopefully you enjoyed my TED Talk there. Oh, Morphling. Little sussy McBussy, but he's got 2 waveform charges, so he can do that.
Everybody wants this rush. The double damage. Oh. It's gonna be the primal.
Oh, you mean because you made Liquid lose. Okay, yeah. As long as you're on the same page, that we can all just blame you for making them lose.
It's not going to be available if they decide to go for this fight. In fact, right now we're seeing Matu. He was hitting some of these creeps, but it's very fast. He's very mobile.
I mean, this is something I didn't see in the draft. I'm just watching the game play out, and I'm like, huh, that's actually fucking owning. There's been like 3 or 4 times where Zai's been caught out by a glimpse. And it's always because the Timbersaw is forcing him to run away.
There it is. There's the Chronosphere on the backline. He pops the BKB.
Okay.
So much damage to GPK.
But he has buyback.
Though, immediately from Yamich. from GPK. Zai left over here on the
Oh, if they get the disruptor before he ults. Oh, Mickey, stick a dick A. Okay, okay. Liquid, are they doing it? Matumba Man, he's gonna kill GPK. Detection? Detection? He's dead. Die back.
By God, they
Liquid's fucking doing it.
As they get multiple buybacks. The fight is still going. They find themselves
SF has buyback? Pretty bad buyback hero, though, because he lost all of his souls.
Very little mana left over.
Wait, what was this Ramsey's feared by? SF didn't Requiem there.
They'll end up getting a coda. They're still chasing after Ramses. There's the hook shot, though.
The hook from Boxy Cleopatra. But he just turns into Void, so now Void doesn't attack for shit.
But he's just so damn hard.
So now Void's gonna try to rush on with like 100 of missing attack speed. They're coming back in. Ramses. He has another waveform charge. Yamich. Matumba Man. Mickey hitting him with the triple raises. He's maledicted up. Giving him the dick, Insania. Giving him that male dick. That mal dick.
What a huge fight coming out here around the Roche
Mike peeking from our girl Moxie here.
But they get the kill on multiples over on
There's something about Moxie casting Boxy.
That is the craziest fight
Something
we've had
foxy
in the entire
about that.
qualifier so far. That is absolutely nuts out of the games that we've seen. They kill
Okay.
those super fast, and we see a little bit of a recap here. Look at GPK. He got too far up, gets caught out, and Matumba played very cautiously in this fight, not to get caught out this time by Disruptor, who also
What was that about Liquid losing? Well, what happened was I Play for a Friend took responsibility for his actions.
He gets left alone here, sort of.
So after he took responsibility for making Liquid lose, Liquid can now feel free to win.
He does end up getting stunned, and they still have the other birds. Kono standing nearby. Boxy with the hook shot over onto the back lines, though.
Boxy's just zoning,
He
huh?
doesn't want to get hit with the static storm and end up falling. They still manage to get the kill on Koda. DM joining back in. Boxy taking a lot of damage. They'll be able to burn down. But now they don't have Hakoda. They don't have that static storm for about 60-something seconds. You're going to have to...
No, the way Visage plays is surprisingly countered by Disruptor, actually, is what I'm saying.
There is GPK here, though.
They saw his TP. They saw Morphling coming. Morphling? Oh, he's got to think that.
I think
he's backing
I've actually played offlane Veno, and I think one of Veno's worst matchups is Disruptor.
Make the opening over onto Mickey.
And it's similar to Visage. These heroes want you to like fight them in their summons. They want you to like walk into the summons, but they want to kite you back. So Disruptor drags them back in. The reason why it's only these two heroes really is because other summons heroes kind of just like run at the Disruptor. While Visage and Venomancer kind of like are kiting summon heroes. They kind of like kite you back a little bit. So it's just interesting because I wouldn't have thought about it but I used to play Venomancer a lot offlane, and I hated playing it into Disruptor.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna struggle.
It got so annoying. I had to buy BKB against Disruptor. I think Zai bought a BKB, right?
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side for him, right?
Like fourth or fifth item BKB.
Down to a 6-second duration, but the amount of damage that can output from the Spaceless Void is still just very, very scary.
I must know if caffeine gum does anything.
Do you wait until
I chew caffeine gum every time I go to the gym. My friend that's in very good shape, he does it.
Well,
and it works for him, so I tried it. It works pretty well for me. It's like 80 milligrams of caffeine. It's not like a...
So either you catch them before,
it's a decent amount of caffeine.
Seconds of punishment, and
I definitely feel more energetic now than I did like 30 minutes ago.
All that you have,
but it's also because you guys are just so incredible. You guys are such great viewers. You just fuel me up. I'm soaking your guys' energy. I'm Goku, and you guys are my spirit bomb.
I find myself in a good position at starter fights. I'm gonna be too late to have any impact.
A lot of pressure for Hakoda.
2 minutes now on the Aegis for Liquid, so they want to start pushing towards the base.
You take Adderall before you go to the gym? I've never taken Adderall. I've always been curious about what my life would be like if I took Adderall.
They're in a good position
I've always been curious about it. Huh, so Zai does not have a BKB. Interesting.
Team's going to Power Rangers TP home. As you can see, VP playing this bottom part of the map. DM will walk
Dele Cooper, I mean, I'll take a free roll, but I usually don't predict TI winners correctly. I mean, my top 3 TI winners would be LGD.
They just realized we gotta leave him. We're not gonna take this fight. GPK, ooh.
I'm gonna go with LGD.
He saw that void. He's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm just gonna blink away. And Matu's still
Team
on
Spirit.
the hunt. Again, he does have a
These are
refresher
really
board.
original
He
picks,
finds
by the way.
himself Hakoda. He's gonna go for that
And,
refresher board just in case. Starts beating away over onto Hakoda. Should be able to get this kill, no problem. As now GPK doesn't have that.
My
TP
wild
for
card
18
would be
seconds,
Entity.
So has to hope that no one's looking for him. But the
I
rest
love
of
that
the
play
team
by
already
Matumba.
out.
He went down to bottom lane so confidently, knowing he has the Aegis, knowing that, you know, there's no way that I'm gonna die.
You don't need
twice
Adderall,
without
BSJ.
being
You
able
already
to,
seem like you take it. Thanks,
you know,
man.
something to save myself, BKB, or drop down the chrono. So he goes down even alone. They were showing people on mid, which made VP.
Can you guys stop having interesting topic discussions? I just want to watch this game.
The poor disruptor.
Now he has a second Chronosphere, 20-something seconds though left on the Aegis, so he does have to be
He already popped
respectful,
Refresher.
because they can dish out plenty of damage. Lincoln's on him, making it a little bit more difficult for Ramses to try to get that morph off. Continue pushing, popping back and forth, gets the steal, but there's
You're
no
putting
shot coming up from
$1,000 on
Over
Entity?
GPK,
Holy shit.
And he just doesn't stand a
That's
chance.
pretty
He's down
poggers,
for
man.
90-something seconds. No buyback on this Invoker. Bright side, Aegis.
Yeah, I think
does
Entity has the
play
X factor to potentially win
so
TI.
they might want to be respectful of that, but these birds are just ripping through these
I
racks
think they've
right
got
now.
Team Spirit vibes.
There's just nothing that VP can do about them at this time. We'll see DM coming back up in about 6 seconds. A little bit of the waveform over onto Boxy. There's BKB coming out, but already Boxy is going to be able to just keep moving. And there it is. There's the second Chronosphere. Boxy does eventually get ripped apart, but they'll get the kill over on Yamich. They have their eyes over onto DM. And Sania, though, left behind. Most likely going to fall, but Ramses, he's so separated from the rest of the team. He can't survive that.
My boys at Liquid, dude. Blitz is probably going nuts right now. Blitz is like, fuck yeah, baby. Let's
Otherwise,
fucking
he's
go,
down
baby.
for
Let's
95
fucking go,
seconds.
baby.
They'll
Yeah.
buy back on Zai. They can smell blood in the water. The TP comes out again from Ramses. He doesn't want to end up losing another bit of these buildings. Chakram's getting tossed out left and right. He did get the morph off from the Faceless Void. Matu feeling very confident. Keeps going back and playing a little
Magic
bit.
SF is kind of owning.
I think
Did he go the Arcane Blink Daedalus build? Is that what he did? The standard late game build here? Oh, he doesn't have the Daedalus. Interesting.
Tremendous damage there, getting the kill on Morphling, forcing him to buy back as well, and only.
I've seen a lot of Arcane Blink Daedalus because the level 25 talent that SF has now.
Is crazy.
The level 25 talent makes it so your Shadow Rays applies attack damage. It can like crit and everything too. So.
And you can do some crazy like 14, 15 seconds chain stun just with your ulti. And he has a Hex as well, so he can single target disable someone for like.
Wait, did SF already have a Refresher? I'm pretty sure he just had Refresher Shard.
Morphling could not move in that fight.
I don't think anyone survives 20
Yeah, I guess against Morph, you don't really want
you
that.
Have to be
You'd rather have a
fight.
sheep
If it
than
starts
a
landing on you,
Daedalus.
You are trapped, and that's what happened to Morphling. I'd actually love to see that fight again because Morphling, he was just running, but the fear never ends. The fear is extremely long duration.
That sounds like a very specific philosophy or something like that when you put it that way, Wagga.
Yeah, well, it's dark times here for VP. They were in such a commanding lead. They had like a
giving me the fuel I need
lead at one point in this game, and Liquid have brought it back. We're 51 minutes in.
Liquid seem to have more figured out.
Quite even on the racks at least. In fact, if we think about racks, then
I feel like they were on the back foot.
It doesn't feel like that anymore.
It feels
like they kind of just out-executed here.
The way that they approach these fights on the side of VP, because if they make even just the slightest mistake, Liquid has a lot of tools and a lot of lockdown to punish them with.
Yeah,
I almost feel like top in net worth.
Almost feel like he should have gone for that Hex on Timbersaw that he was.
Lost Snail. It's not really a fair. Like it's just one of those situations where the damage challenge is just better. It's just strictly better.
To a certain degree, but I think they're lacking good ways to control the SF.
Like, why have lower CD when you can just fucking have an extra 400 damage on your raises? Like it's like 400 damage.
So much AoE disable between Chrono and like double Chrono and double Requiem.
They're combing through the top portion of the jungle. VP, though, they haven't seen him on the map for a while, so they're going to teleport back to their base. They go for their own smoke play, but it feels like it might be a case of ships passing in the night.
I think Liquid are happy to look for engagements now because of the forced buyback on Morphling that they achieved earlier.
I did not actually know that raises apply your shard. I mean, it makes sense.
The win. So VP have to be so careful.
Definitely makes sense.
And they also bought an Aeon Disc on Morphling. Oh wow, God. This is not every day you see a carry Morphling Aeon Disc.
This is a scared Morphling.
It's one way to get himself out of it. But it's an
Aeon Disc.
Did he already have it last fight? I don't think he had it.
For what?
Did he just not lock this one? Yeah, it hasn't triggered a single time. No.
I guess just Chronosphere and Requiem.
Surprised that he unlocked it.
I feel like they can kind of pop it without committing, though.
On DM. And I think that's a bit of a mistake, because if it triggers too early, that can be really bad for you.
So Face's Void should get a nullifier? Nah, I don't think he has to.
They don't have Zai. He's sitting in the bottom lane currently.
Dude, what's up with my Dota? It just keeps like doing things in the background.
VP are on a timer up here. They cannot stay in this area for too long. They are going to have to go back and probably all together. Right now, you can't afford to play alone too much. And the bottom Rex goes down. Range Rex dead to just a bird.
Disruptor can carry this game? That's true. Disruptor could carry this game.
This is an opening now, knowing that they won't have GPK Yamich.
Okay, we've got the Roche fight. Box and Cleopatra running in there. Chrono onto 2. Takes down both the supports. Only the buyback on the Primal. But he did get the Axe Disruptor Static Storm off. Still has 2 BKBs and a Requiem left on the SF. Actually had 2 Requiems left. And that is a... Wow, that fear duration's pretty nutty, huh? Second Chronosphere from Matu takes him down.
He's going to buy back. The chase is on Ramses, though. They want to get him. He goes, he procs that Aeon Disc. He's got himself his own version of Faceless Void.
The reason why I feel like this Aeon Disc is not that great on Morph is because now he just kills your team instead of you. Which is like nice and all that you're living, but... Oh. Now he's going to buy back on Faceless Void.
Oh. And now the pressure is on here, but Ramses doing so much damage. DM's still alive, still very, very tanky. They're going back in, though. They're doing a decent amount of damage. Here comes Matu. They're trying to get theirs. Gets himself a double kill on DM.
I thought Insania just got like one-shotted, but he just went into Voodoo Switcheroo there.
Like he's gonna be able to survive this.
So diebacks on DM and GPK. Is there anything that makes you smile more than watching GPK dieback and lose? I don't think there's much else out there, man. I feel like that's top tier. How did that bird just keep aggro that whole time?
Now finally able to see possible ending to this game at the end of the tunnel.
Ooh, the Ags on Faceless Void.
A huge team fight where they bring down like everyone basically, but there was some really nice plays. Rams is staying alive with the Time Walk, his Aeon Disc as well, which is sold again now after it was used.
Why do you hate GPK so much? He's just a piece of shit in pubs. He's like actually a piece of shit.
This is not looking good for
it's like not like a vendetta in the sense that like, you know, I lost to him or he shit talked to me specifically. He's just a fucking toxic piece of shit.
Static Storm over onto Mid-Game, but
there's no sugarcoating it.
These birds are actually doing so much work against Dakota just by himself. As now Yamich over on the back line just continues, but they do have
Ramses going for the throne. Going for the jugular.
Tries to get the kill on Insania, but he's already got that Voodoo switch through. Ramses, this is looking a bit scary.
Ramses kind of going for a desperate play here.
He's gonna try to man fight here against Matu, but
oh, dude, Ramses. Honestly, I admire this play. Like, this is fucking space, dude. This is space and a half right now. Holy shit.
Ramses, God, what a play.
That was actually pretty poggers.
Zai in a little bit of trouble
Zai is still, he's still down here.
Zai just gonna kill. He's just gonna kill.
Coming out from Zai. He's just gonna solo this guy. Yamich barely alive. And now he's just gonna try to teleport away. The glimpse is up though with 1 second, so this is gonna be.
Is Zai's team going to be able to help him? Ramses bought so much time there. Okay, Visage Ags is fucking stupid.
That move by Ramses saved the entire game. I thought for sure it was GG, but the fact that he went top, he threatened to take the throne. Enough people TP'd home that somehow VP are still in this game. It's mind-blowing to me that they haven't lost right now. Ramses also got himself out of that situation safely. He made that play without having buyback available, And
the thing about GPK that makes him worse than like anybody else I've interacted with in pubs
one hell of a
is
match
he
to start the
actually
day off with, and we're still just on game
he's
number
very
one.
good at making you know that he thinks he's better than you.
They have a silver edge though.
And that he thinks he's above you. It's actually like he makes you feel it, and it's so demoralizing to be on his team. I hate being on his team.
Really want to be here because Requiem of Souls, they'll be able to kill DM. 2 dead over on the side of VP3 technically, but we do have a buyback. And we still have another Chrono with this refresher. They need to be careful. Ramsey's hiding in the tree line.
Oh, they've got the SF with the disruptor. Oh,
but there it is, a Chrono over onto 3. They grab them. They should be able to blow up GPK. And now they want Ramsey's. Are they going to be able to have the damage? Are they going to be able to do it? They call GG. They know it is the end of the line. Team Liquid starting off our day with one hell of a series.
Matumba man.
Yeah, fantastic play from both teams
and
here.
Any misclicks here.
Down. Oh my god.
Oopsie. Okay, that's nothing special. We'll go to the next one.
Some of the more, especially there with now the roar active, you can see the base damage in this lane is immense.
Yeah. No, so let's see here.
That was actually the first game I predicted and I got wrong, and I'm happy I was wrong because I'm a Liquid fan gay, so I'll take it.
Style of playing this.
That's what we've seen so far, and that'll help give.
Wait, Thompson's playing a normal mid hero?
Yeah, and that's like their hope of getting easy kills on Puppey, right? It's that just because you want to be able because that's how a Puppey plays this end. She just baits.
Did anybody bring Cocoa Puffs for me today?
200 HP, heals up fully.
Every time I watch T1, I just want some Cocoa Puffs. I'm not really sure why.
So they have to avoid that.
Okay, I'm absolutely sure why, but you know.
Yeah, that's true. I think like as compared to a bunch of other supports who. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, like kind of our buyback supports, like a Treant Protector.
I gotta say, I'm sorry for jumping the gun and blaming I play for friend. You know, man, there's a lot of accountability in this channel, and I appreciate you guys.
And especially the way Puppey builds her, it's a lot.
It's good accountability right there, my friend.
I mean,
good
the thing they have
self-awareness.
going for them is they can press Night Stalker ultimate, right? And then you just ignore it. So that's the other option. But sometimes he's impossible to ignore. He's just right there in your face.
Casters did not like T1's draft.
Something I'm also eager to look forward to is Cuckoo eventually, speaking of this Night Stalker, getting that Ag Shard online. The active on Hunter in the Night gives this hero a lot more staying power in these fights, especially seeing as he's usually the first one to kind of just...
They don't really have anybody to deal with Beastmaster Morphling,
ideally for him. But what's interesting about that is he can...
I personally think that Beastmaster is Faceless Void's worst matchup in the offlane. Let's see what Dota Buff thinks.
Suicide there, full HP, full mana.
It tops in. Toss, Nisha, not enough damage.
And Ana is still doing fine top. So, like, as long as he's farming fine up here, T1 should be...
Actually, Dota Buff says that Axe is his worst matchup.
Wait, what? Because you were mentioning
Beastmaster has a 1% advantage.
A bit funny, right? Because Beastmaster used to be like a huge
Faceless Void's matchups.
But now it's almost the opposite. The same with Lycan.
So Beastmaster's right here. So
food.
Beastmaster is Faceless Void's 29th worst matchup.
Nice deny.
You heard it here first, folks.
Off there. The Skellies, of course, being summoned, helping out greatly there. But Rezo and Puppey don't have a lot of DOTs. They've got to land their big hits there.
Yeah, and like Ana is doing well in CS, but so is Rezo. And Helm of Dominator is only 900 gold away here.
So
most of those aren't offlaners? Yeah.
Rezo feels really strong with Helm of the Dom, and then of course Helm of the Overlord again. But at some stage I do expect Cuckoo to get that online. Zephyr staying alive down bottom, trading nicely versus Crystallis.
Yeah, kind of funny there. He clicked this Verifier too late.
Yeah, that would probably put her like low B tier. I would say.
I've got one too. Crystallis rather still holding on to his.
Yeah.
Oh, but a nice creep brought over to the
It's kind of tough because I'd have to look like what teams picked her, right? Because like, what if it's just good teams versus the bad teams and they picked Willow? It's just small sample size. It's hard to know.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you can see your puppy.
I'm losing my shit.
Full experience now too. Russell.
Hey BSJ.
One hit at level 5 and then level 6.
Hey Yashar, thanks for the sub.
It's gonna be very difficult for Helm to play.
There's a kill. Down bottom, Crystallis jump in now back onto Zephyr. Might pay the price, though. It is nighttime here naturally, so Cuckoo finally putting those 2 points of Under the Night to some work. But, of course, not enough damage here for the Morphling.
Third day in a row watching you?
Once again, we're seeing this.
You're watching me watch a game. How does that make you feel?
Point and attribute shifts.
Yeah, no, they buffed the spell enough now, it seems, that you can be a little more, like, I don't know if greedy is the right word. Maybe it's non-greedy.
Yeah, I've given up on why my sub alerts are so fucking loud.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never had this issue until 2 days ago. And then I fixed it 2 days ago. And then it happened again yesterday. And then I fixed it again. And here we are.
Yeah, Puppy just picks up the region.
Oh my god! I'm losing my shit!
How is this stream so PMA?
Me too. I'm also losing my fucking shit.
Top lane, a little bit of skirmishing.
Thank you, Scott, for the 54 months.
The cogs, but in comes actually this Pine Cone, and that's some damage on the Whitemon. The slow as well, off from the enchant. I'll be holding on to this impetus, but they just don't really have the damage here yet to get through that tanky clockwork.
Yeah. I'm wondering if top
feels good, Mr. Streamer.
Okay. Farm, right? Or if he will start running around.
You guys are watchers, huh?
Nice castle.
Immediately into the pulverize.
Ryu Blub, thanks for the sub.
Throw him back mid trample and Thompson. That's already 2 tips out from him early game.
I'm losing my hearing. I'm losing my shit. You're losing your hearing.
Rotation as well. It's just Zephyr.
We're all losing.
Though. Not the scariest rotation, especially when you pick it up on a ward here.
We're all freaking losing.
Just gonna be the Nisha who goes to stack and farm a camp here.
Yeah.
Oh, Nisha's gonna get a nice little stack going here.
Net worth mid lane though. It's quite impressive. He got the first blood right, so he's managed to keep all the net worth lead from the get go.
Puppy coming in with the swarm.
Very efficient here as well, just constantly
the wild can swarm.
Obviously, they do the most damage, as that's a very nice. What is this called again? A hurricane to bring Whitemon away. He's gonna have to sacrifice the Swallowing Ripper. But it does do some good work here. Scout Zephyr
Puppy.
That being said, Thompson's
Monitor
here as well, and that's gonna be a kill
broken.
Puppy.
I really like this by T1. It's as you said too. Like even Zephyr is coming up here because they don't want to let this Beastmaster have a free game. Just killing the Void, killing the tower. So both.
I love watching other people watch other people who are watching some people.
Yeah, and it's a real possibility.
I feel like you're trying a bit too hard on that one, my friend, but good attempt.
The Dark Troll Summoner summons the 3 Skellies. A little bit nerfed, of course, of the previous OP iteration, but still very, very good. The perfect pushing creep.
Never seen Puppy play Enchantress? Puppy is an Enchantress Chin specialist, my friend.
Does he have enough damage? There's the Venomous Gale applied, but with the Pig Bowl, it's going to be Nisha at least getting back safely here. He might tick down to this Gale now. He's very tanky, this man.
Wow, he had the balls to like not bottle there at all. It didn't even like benefit him to not bottle.
Is going to make the roll onto him. Cuckoo,
he just didn't
regen,
bottle.
The stick charge, the Fairy Fire, everything coming in clutch there to keep him alive. Double bracer build on these tanky offlaners always makes you feel just that bit more unkillable.
Yeah, and it was like he had a.
Oh, I see. You were making a joke.
Yeah, Fairy Fire.
Oh my gosh, you were doing one of those. You were doing the thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this for T1 though. That Ana is having a good game right now. It seems like he's going for a Midas. So if he gets that up, then like even if like something bad happens, right, and they get this tower. You're still feeling okay because your Void has kind of a game guaranteed.
Tops in the meantime, waiting patiently in the jungle, farming a couple more stacks. 600 gold in the bank with the phase boots. We'll see what he queues up first.
Yeah, I'm curious if he will even go for a blink this game, because I don't really know. Like what the point?
This is a great Midas game for who?
Morphling, right, when he's on low HP is
you know,
nice, but
if this were V-Tune Faceless Void, he would have Quelling Blade, Glove of Haste starting items, rushing a Midas.
Ran down and killed. Crystallis morphed into him.
A Whitemon eating the Primal.
Finno's level 10 talent for heal reduction is pretty good against Morph. Oh wait, dude, Ana literally rushed Midas.
And there's Rozo making very swift.
He actually did it.
Lane, of course. Very easy. Yeah, Secret deceptively mobile, aren't they? With this Earth Spirit.
The cam is super weird. Sorry, I'm over here.
Get around the map in this early game.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of my cam.
Nice by Thompson, scouting at the ward and catching Sayaka.
There's the toss back. Cuckoo at the ready here with this long duration silence in the night to make sure that it's Zayat who has to die and not roll away.
Very nice play by.
And Cuckoo as well, this is something we've seen as well, actually, on his...
Void has a 32% win rate against Beastmaster over the course of 139 pro matches, according to Open Dota. That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
lane. Rezo,
That matchup's a rough one.
T1 rather, trying to give the boot to Rezo as he is currently occupying their jungle. Ana has himself a Chronosphere. Rezo is, you know, stuck on a cliff.
Rezo?
So he's not really going
Okay, he just literally didn't bash.
The kick down, the save out from Zai. It's a great silence here, prevents it.
Okay, it is level 1
but
bash.
it'll still come through all the same. Topson a bit lower on mana. Repositioning though, just trying to get
Ana?
this clarity of operational so he can get more damage in. There's the pig pull, a trampling pig at that as Nisha trying to catch up to Ana is going to go for more with the onslaught. Whitemon in the meantime finishing off Zayats. The Topson and Nisha.
This is the good old tickle the beast, you know? Every time Void swings that mace, it's just a little tickle, cradle the balls, fondle the shaft.
Especially if you
or whatever.
activate face boots too. Like if it's too bad that Topson didn't have any bottle charges there, because he could have gotten more spells off, and then they probably would have cleaned up.
That little piggy goes trampling around.
Well, at least Nightstalker Shard wrecks BM's Overlord creep. Well, most BMs will not go Helm of the Overlord against Nightstalker.
There's no roar, looking for the immediate TP away, and they don't have any way to cancel.
Yeah.
We'll see what Rezo chooses to do here.
So what? 500 gold.
You're good at that? I'm very good at fondling the balls and cradling the shaft.
Into the jungle, it's beautiful. Not a lot of heroes can run into a Beastmaster with roar like that, but Topson understands with face boots and grow. He has like what, 14 armor, so he's fine.
He's more than good enough. Even willing to go toe to toe there with Nisha on the DD rune on a hero like Primal. That is, you know, quite the risk you're taking early.
Yeah.
Well balanced there. He did his math, had that one correct.
Good to know.
Maybe looking to connect here onto the mid lane.
I got you,
Level
don't
8
you
now
worry.
does have that point. Excuse me, in the Dark Ascension.
Is there an MMR video on that?
Well with a hook shot,
Yes. It's not on my YouTube, though. It's on my OnlyFans.
Not quite.
You have to be a tier 2 subscriber.
I wonder who got the tome on that team. Maybe they were just low on experience, both of them.
That could be the case.
Because it's a big power spike there when you get level 6 on Earth Spirit. Right now is not very strong.
Getting that magnetize up.
Dude, my Dota is just fucking randomly making background noise.
And of course,
I'm just closing it. Whatever.
To others, but they're gonna make the jump now from behind, and in goes Cuckoo as well. The cogs are trapping in Nisha, but look who's here to
why do I have
Crystal.
such an intense craving for Cocoa Puffs?
Toss, but actually gets his mana burn now, as there's gonna be the roar onto
Topson.
Kind of
Gets the wand off. 4-man avalanche. Is he actually gonna live?
Crystallis giving chase, has an avalanche now of his own.
Oh, they managed to clip him with.
Gonna catch Topson here. Boulder Smash does catch him
the
as
hurricane.
well, and Secret eventually
Puppy.
rewarded with 2 kills.
First time playing Enchantress in a pro match.
Yeah,
looking pretty good.
There. No, unfortunately they had to fight 3 on 5, right? And then, no matter what you do, you're probably gonna end up losing.
Wait, why did you?
But,
why did you time the guy out?
Right?
OnlyFans.com/BSJ.
Here, but space and a good kill there onto Topson just before he gets Blink Dagger. So frustrating, close to that's big timing for him.
Yeah, right. It was like 15 gold away or something like that. Okay, nice. Whitemon breaking this.
Oh, that was Rezo that did that? I see.
Oh, yeah, and they've actually miscommunicated there. They're going to split the gap there as Nisha charges on through another fantastic pulverized cancel as Zayat's going to die. Topson, though, in trouble as Crystallis is still here. And it was the rest of T1, or at least Zephyr and Whitemon, who were focusing down onto Zayat, and Topson kind of fighting alone.
Yeah, very frustrating. You're dying and then instantly dying again. Just looking at your gold. Just 100 away from Blink Dagger.
He's close. He's close. And then he's a lot more free in these fights, right? I mean, I think we all know how strong a tiny Avatos can be, especially here against a puppy Edge.
Which one would you truly prefer, Junior How? That's the question. Which one would you truly prefer?
Smash. There's a pulverize here. Oh, look how slow he is, though. Anna doing a bit of a dance there.
Did you see Jenkins' stream title? Let's check it out.
Surrender. He knows he's been slightly outplayed on that one. Hard kill, though. Hard kill.
Yeah. You just guaranteed headshots.
This Midas Online, Ana is quickly becoming the richest
following
hero.
BSJ, following T1.
Closing the gap in net worth to the Secret Cores who are currently leading.
I don't get it.
But it's still very good. Okay, wait, hook shot here.
Yep. Oh, Nisha and Zayat's both trapped inside cogs.
But it's only the 2 supports.
And Zayat's, doing very well here to tank the gank. He's going to offer himself up as a trade. Offer accepted by T1, and they'll allow Nisha to live. Top lane, though. Big push coming for Secret here.
Yeah. Alright, so Topson has Blink Dagger coming, right?
Who did I predict to win this game? I would pick Secret's draft in this game.
It's too late. It's already gone. Oh, wow. Even Zephyr maybe fearing for his life there momentarily as he was hurricaned towards his enemies.
So Secret see this dagger being delivered.
The only X factor is that Chris.
Yeah, they should be ready for anything.
The only X factor is that Crystallis is a bronze tier Morphling.
Keeping up the farm. And
that is the X factor
Void is
here.
still faceless Void when you get this Midas and you get to farm. Like later on, he will chrono and someone will die.
Kuku's also just had an item delivered, by the way. Look for him.
What's with this refresh shit? Come on.
Regaining a lot of HP. This Hunter in the Night ready to go. Fairly low downtime for what it gives you, 20 seconds. It's very reasonable to use that twice in a fight, and that's a lot of HP here for Kuku to be moving in and out of these fights whenever he's.
The thing about Nisha is you can't really judge his Dota Plus level.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Because Nisha has literally like 9 accounts. Like this guy has like 9 or 10 different accounts.
For 250, is it?
Yeah, no, there's
so
no point, right?
you
like
can't really judge his Dota Plus levels.
You're just feeding gold and experience.
Damn the Crystallis Flame. There's actually no flame there. It is straight up acknowledging that he is bronze tier on Morphling. That is not a flame. That is an acknowledgement that he has not played very much of a hero that I would consider a specialist hero. Which makes me nervous. And you should be too. If you were in a pub and your teammate picked Morphling and he was bronze tier, how would you feel? Tell us how you would feel.
Okay, yeah, so they have the Vlads, they have a bunch. Yeah, so Secret can look at Roche now.
Or he doesn't have Dota Plus. That's absolutely possible, but I also have played with Crystallis in my games, and he is Grandmaster tier, Monkey King, Bloodseeker, and Razor.
They've got Chrono already.
So that means he does have Dota Plus.
Starting the build and the transition towards the Ag Scepter. Now, not a lot of damage until you get like at least a casual Crystallis online or something, but you know, any bit more damage that'll assist Ana in these early Chronos especially is something that T1's certainly going to be grateful for.
Yeah, but even just with
maybe
level 2
he
grow,
stopped
right,
paying for it unless he
the
wins
tree
TI.
like
Yeah.
Surprisingly decent
true.
amount of damage. It's more than you think.
Especially if they can catch Crystallis before he gets off the strength gain.
Yeah.
Be looking good for them.
What's more damage than you think?
And the most important part of them trying to Roche Red is this Rocket Flare. So they never have to wonder like how low is this Roche. And they not to speak, they have Plague Wards too, so like plenty of vision around there.
Kuku's also about to get a pretty big item online for himself. The Blink Dagger, operational soon. Doesn't have the survivability of the BKB quite yet, but again, he did go for double Bracer, Phase Boots armor, of course, and that Hunter in the Night. As Nisha going for the onslaught in. They want this kill on the Zayats, but Ana throwing the Chrono. He's going to catch 2.
The nice Chronosphere.
Nisha as well as Rezo, but there's
Oh,
not
the
really
follow-up.
nearby. Now in goes Tops into the Blink onto
Okay.
Nisha. They're going to cut through
The Night Stalker silence. Okay,
Nisha
okay.
just as easily. Kuku
Cuckoo
as
for
well
Cocoa
with his Blink
Puffs.
Dagger.
Let's
Not
fucking
blinking it, just simply
go.
getting on top of Puppey. DD room, but Puppey's so tanky here. Very hard to deal with.
So if T1 loses this game, who's the one player that you guys would blame?
Of course, Kuku with all the night vision.
Is it
right
the
now,
same?
Dark Ascension active. Nice
What's his
fight
name?
from T1.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Like,
The one that
committing with
caused
the
them to
Chrono
lose
there,
this
no
game.
hesitation. And like, because it's like you said earlier, right? Like they don't have this easily Snapfire ultimate or anything, so you don't really know where the damage is going to come from. But like he trusted his team that they had enough damage, and they just clean up there. It's perfect.
An opportunistic jump there by Secret. Gone wrong a bit.
It's
as
always
Thompson
Kuku's
lower
fault,
on mana,
exactly.
which is not going to be able to quite catch him there with the onslaught. Careful here, though, Kuku. Well, it's just Puppey here, actually.
I mean, Puppey is gonna come. He's trying to become unkillable here, right?
Oh, he's got that hood.
Yeah. But yeah,
You would blame Gork?
If they go on,
Can't blame
Steve
Gork.
Red,
He's
like,
10K.
He's not gonna do a lot. He's just gonna stand there and be unkillable.
Big items on.
Why does this game have so many more viewers? Is it really just Thompson? Is it actually just Thompson?
So while he didn't have the big impact,
Is it
like
actually the
your,
fact that
Chronosphere,
Thompson's
which is
in this
very
game?
easy to be distracted by,
That
he was
it's
still putting
this
in work
big of a
as well.
difference?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way for T1 to win a fight right now. No Chrono plus that Wraith Pact. Like they're really bad at fighting into Wraith Pact.
I understand that like Thompson would draw viewers, but this big of a difference, 6x.
Well, to help him close out this
That's actually like
BKB. He only needs
7x.
400 gold. Crystallis is already making space there for the Aegis. Goes swiftly into his inventory. Hookshot in. Whiteman with a good effort here. Unfortunately, the immediate silence, and Secret will take that kill.
Yeah, that's optimistic.
Just a bit late.
I would say SEA fans are pretty they're pretty proud of their region, right? Like they definitely care a lot about their region and its performance. So is it just like one of those things that like doesn't matter where the people are from that are winning you or like that are representing your region, you know?
I was just gonna say they have 2 urns on T1. Clockwork with his Urn of Shadows, and we got Spirit Vessel on Venommaster, so
that's interesting. Don't always see that, especially on the 2 supports, especially.
Yeah, no, it's a little unfortunate for Clockwork because you don't have any gold, and no, you're not getting any urn charges.
Yeah, and the urn is like decent stats as well early for Whitemon, but I think he's gonna have to sell it eventually.
Yeah. No, but overall, though, I'm really impressed by how T1 have played this game.
A lot of VP watchers are Russians. That's true.
Just catch him with the pulverizer. I think now Thompson in a bit of trouble. He tried to get the leap away, but is going to be killed off as Crystallis jumps in, and that's more than enough damage.
Yeah. He's still quite close to Axe, though. Only 700 or gold.
Goodness, I'm sorry to cut you off, Pi, but Puppey has a full pipe.
Oh, okay. So they just wanna go high ground. I respect that. Because this Void is farming crazily.
I mean, let's like kind of try and tally up some of this damage.
Dude, Ana's fucking rich right now.
I mean, we've got Wraith Pact, we've got now Pipe offering that 400 barrier to the entire team.
Yeah.
Crystallis, of course, with the attribute shift. Nisha, Rezo, and Zayats are naturally very tanky, some of the higher strengthening heroes in the game.
Yeah. And just Nature's Attendance, too, from Puppey.
Oh, yeah, the heal. And now, I think they're even going to get a jump here. Very nicely done onto Zephyr. They need to chain summon, and they have. No chance for him to get off the Poison Nova. And honestly, with Ana not nearby, he probably wasn't going to use it anyway, but that's a tier 2 tower for Secret. This is starting to look a little bit similar to game 1.
Calling Blade Gloves Face coming to your pub soon. Honestly, I'm curious if Ana did the same starting build, but I doubt he did because he has a Wraith Band.
That would be huge for any sort of 5-man fight or defense.
Yep. Tiny Ags nearing completion, Ana as well. It's actually getting pretty close to this. Mjolnir has now full Maelstrom. That even that Hyperstone would do a lot of work in these Chronos. As he knows he's being hunted. The roll from Zayats, just shy. I thought he would have, maybe could have gotten him there with the level 10 talent, but he already had it. That was close.
But my feeling though is that T1's timings are actually gonna work out there. As you said, the Mjolnir.
That was a really good move by Ana to get that whole creep wave dead. That was like 9 creeps plus a Puppey creep.
Yeah, he has to come.
He like Midas the Enchantress creep and then killed like 9 lane creeps. That's like a pretty big deal. Because now Secret, who wanted to group up for tier 2 bottom, can't because it takes so long to group up there. You have to wait an extra 30 seconds because because Ana cut the wave.
Can't wait. Ana, you're gonna look for the fight here. Time walking ahead of his team now as he leads them towards the mid lane. But Secret, they know something's up.
What team are Laylas and Quinn in now? They are in Sonics.
The creeps scouting Ana.
It's basically Quinn's crew, but it's now called Sonics.
Position, daring them to make the jump onto
yeah, right?
Just try me.
And he has that little.
Is this the last series of the evening? No, this is actually the first series, but it will be my last series because I am fucking dead inside again and I hate it. I really thought I would have energy to stay up today because my sleeping schedule has been adjusted a bit, but like I'm actually just dying. I'm dying again, chat. I am pathetic.
Yeah, because my question is just if Puppey's standing.
My brain like just wants to turn off right now.
And you avalanche toss combo him and use the tree body. Like, does he die? Like, I'm pretty sure Thompson wants to see, but that's not where you try it out right there.
Yeah, no, Puppey's.
I'm just telling you guys, this is bad. Like my brain is just fried again. I really thought it would be better.
That's too dangerous.
And look at this. Now, Puppey's a fan of the fluffy hats. He's got 2 of them now.
Go to sleep and leave the stream on.
He's actually holding on to the people's gift, and of course, as an interior.
Dude, what would PGL do if I just did that? I'm like, hey guys, if you don't want to support the betting sites and you just want to support your boy BSJ, just watch the stream on my stream.
Okay, I thought he bought another one, but it's 3 centuries on his courier now. I thought he bought another fluffy hat. Maybe
they'd probably give me. I'd probably get in trouble for that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Pipe, 2 fluffy hats, 20 magic 1 charges.
Yeah, just stream myself sleeping. Honestly, guys, if I stream myself sleeping, like if I just fell asleep right now, like let's see if I can do this. I actually don't know. Could I fall asleep on stream?
Link Dagger put on cooldown as well as Ana. In comes the tree volley. Zayats tanking through everything. Crystallis though, he's gonna eat a hookshot as he actually morphed on into this one, and there's gonna be the chrono. It's gonna catch Nisha as well, but the physical damage is really not enough.
They're waiting it out. They're waiting out the ages.
And now the counter initiation. Zayats is going to buy back. Here comes Rezo with the roar. Onto Ana. They're going to need a little bit more as they've got through Kuku. He's going to buy back, but the chain stuns onto Ana are perfect. Down he goes. T1 bailing out from this fight. Kuku thinking about if he should engage or not, and he's going to think not. They get Nisha, but unbelievably Secret, they tank.
Honestly, I'm like kind of fading, so I think I could fall asleep on stream if I tried.
Smoke, because they get the chrono there. They have the kill on Morphling, but he has ages for 1 or 2 more seconds.
Did I miss anything good, guys?
Oh my gosh, he actually... Oh, he's still alive, though. Okay, the Vessel applied, and of course, they still had plenty of damage for him, but Thompson... The science experiment, it's going to come at a cost here. Oh, they missed the rolling boulder. That's a bit awkward. Is this an opening?
You missed on a
Likely
3-2-2?
not, especially with the 4-staff create. Yeah. Thompson, he'll go down.
No, because they have the kill there on Morph, but he has 2 seconds on Aegis left, right? So they try to let
Just
him run out.
misclick the hot tub, BSJ? Of course.
He gets away from away, and then his team comes in, right?
Wolfram Alpha.
And they just
Thanks. Wolfram Alpha. I used to use that. Thank you for the sub.
And Ana swiftly control. Let's see. What were you seeing here in this fight? Hi.
No, take a look here.
Ah, see, I didn't miss anything. I can look.
They see the Morphling, they click him. And he's like, alright, I'm gonna chrono him.
You can see that at the top of your screens. 5
that
seconds.
Seemed like a reasonable chrono to me.
And they hit it, and he switches targets, right? But
you guys know why that chrono was so bad, right? Do you guys know?
That waveform cooldown. Kuku even kind of in position.
Do you guys know why that chrono was so bad?
Secret, yeah, they were ready.
I'm going to see if one person gives me the right answer.
It was too hard. Honestly, they needed to wait 2 seconds before they went for that smoke.
Yeah, and you can see in the replay, now T1 have done well to deward it, but there was so much vision for Secret. T1 were essentially fighting underneath 2 Secret observer wards. That fight was very difficult, up high ground especially, as once the smoke ended up breaking on Zayats.
Yeah. Still a little optimistic for T1 though.
No, guys, you're missing the point.
Still very far.
Yes. I play for a
you can
friend.
Also see there,
Exactly.
on him. He does die very quickly.
Exactly.
CCs.
Because Morph had morphed into Void with Ags. So if you guys weren't here for the discussion, when Morphling morphs into you with an Ags, as an agility hero, you lose 20% of your agility and 70 attack speed. So Ana chronoed him, thinking he will kill him, but he's literally missing like 90 attack speed that he's supposed to have.
Just 4K network lead at the most for Dire.
Because Morphling's fucking bullshit.
It's more or less equalized.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see. Okay. Secret are kind of moving in because Roche is about like maybe spawn, like they don't know, right? But
that feels like the next objective.
Yeah.
But he had Aegis. Shut up, Zip Zapper.
Ignoring it, they're giving up that area and they're moving in here to chase T1 away. Let's see. Puppy is just
actually, I kind of did ask you.
Oh, look at this.
Not you specifically, but
even more. Yeah, there we go. Even more heals for himself. Hook shot is going to find Nisha. Kuku as well pops the ultimate, but the BKB giving some protection for Nisha. They found Thompson as he's using the tree volley. Silenced up now. Ana as well going on in.
Oh, another Chronosphere. That's a 5-man chrono.
Actually get through him. He's just on the edge of the toss. He's healing a little bit more, but he's still alive. And now the roar onto Ana. He gets 4-staffed away, but Rezo swiftly giving chase. Puppy actually with 2 kills in this fight. Chrysalis with 1 now as Thompson's going to be the final one to drop for T1. Secret, they're just too darn tanky in these chronos. They refuse to die, Pi.
Yeah. And Crystal is very smart.
What changes to Morph Ags would make it balanced?
With all this, passive,
I think it's okay that you get these benefits, but you shouldn't steal them. That would be the proper change that I believe. So like say I morph into an agility hero and I get 20% of whatever their agility is and 70 attack speed, but I don't steal it from them. That seems reasonable.
And then you enrage whenever you're chrono.
Yeah. We'll see here. He just pops it down.
Strength gain. And it's just constantly on a 500 HP. Ana just beating into him relentlessly, saying he's just got 500 HP. He's just got 500 HP. Why does he still have 500 HP?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, you have to put in the question
look at Science. He's having a good time.
Yeah. No. Oh, they're waxing them.
Is the bug still available when you morph illusions you steal from the real hero? I actually just tested that yesterday because there was a game with Naga Siren and a morph in it. And I tested it. And you do steal Naga's main stats when you morph an illusion.
Yeah. No, that initiation by Whitebone was maybe a bit too deep there. Like,
So stealing is wrong, and Rubik did nothing wrong.
Spirit could just roll on top of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think you just wait. You don't go for that hook.
Now Nisha with BKB and Kaya, going for Kaya and Sanj here eventually. That's BKB for Zayat, actually being fetched to him now.
Do you think Morph is easier to play now? I am considering and likely going to be playing Morph.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, if I'm able to do it, then anybody can.
15 seconds.
Thompson has got his casual Crystallis now, so even that casual small
There's really just no options to misclick here.
Much stronger.
I just don't see options.
I mean, they still have the potential. Like, you can always land a 5-man chrono, right? It's not quite that dire. They don't need a 5.
I haven't seen Pudge versus Primal Beast before. This is a matchup that, I mean, I'm expecting the Primal Beast to kind of win, but Pudge is a strong laner too against melee heroes. So both of them have tremendous last.
I believe T1 lost that game, guys.
Yeah, it does
Let me know if they come back.
When you listen to the sounds they make hitting creeps. They're very meaty sounds, for lack of a better term.
Securing that range CS with a hook. Surprised even skilled hook, actually. A lot of mid Pudge will straight up not skill hook. But did use it earlier for the fighting.
This bottom lane seems like it's pretty difficult for DM currently. Insania is doing a good job with the harassment. Matu's getting a lot of space to be able to go and hit these creeps.
Yeah, Insania is trying the best he can, but I think Ember is a little bit stronger in the 1v1.
Wait, is this the freaking SA special? The freaking 4-position Ember? Pog? Oh, Zai is an offlane Leshrac enjoyer? Oh my god, this game's a treat.
The tree grab level 1 just to help with the CSing and fighting from afar. So not playing into the combo necessarily super early, but focusing on winning the CS harder here.
This feels like our only slightly traditional lane is this top lane.
GG the Gray. I think I'm very in tune with the meta. I'm just not picking the meta heroes in my games. And that is why I've decided to play off-stream on my alternate account, picking all the meta heroes until I feel good enough on them to go play on them. That is what I'm doing. I think I understand the meta, but just for some reason I didn't decide to do the same approach to this meta as I did to the last one, where I was like, I'm going to pick like these 5 heroes that I think are broken and then play them. And I didn't do that because I'm a noob.
Okay, so question, right? So we've got Nikkei over here in the mid lane, so they put a little bit more pressure over on
That's just the nature of gaining MMR.
They don't usually go for the hook on the mid Pudge, but I definitely just watched Nikkei use it as a means to go and just grab the
This
room.
team's like 2 shitty pub drafts.
For why he might want to do that, because that's
You would never see Lone Druid in your pub.
He skilled it during the bounty room contesting.
How close are you to 10k? Let's not talk about that. We lost a lot of MMR. Let's just leave it at that.
Much rather have had 2 points flesh hit, 2 points rot early.
Okay. Well, he's making the best out of a not perfect situation as Boxy
Despair indeed.
Gets a kill. Over on Koda and Insania.
You see Lone Druid Smurfs? I see.
Little bit of this, little bit of that.
Why are these teams picking Trash Can Disruptor Hero?
Why are these teams picking Trash Can Disruptor Hero?
Well, I do feel like there's one explanation for that, and you can look at his portrait in the top of the screen.
Never feels good.
I believe your explanation is right there, my friend.
It's like GPK was able to grab the bounty room over from the Radiant side.
Rams is in trouble top 2. He's gonna go down.
He's also in trouble as he gets clicked down.
Like, how did they wow, oh, so there's just like a random auto attack fired?
Just everything happening all at once, and it's all going the way of Liquid right now.
Yeah, he managed to dodge the stun from Split Earth top, but he still couldn't survive. The right clicks were too much. This tree grab level 1 is actually so good for Tiny to just get
to take the walk of shame. No, I'm talking about the master tier emblem next to his hero portrait.
Amount of damage over onto Hakoda from Boxy, but Boxy doesn't have much mana. Does have himself a clarity, but it's not going to be working right now for him, so he will back off for the time being.
Action erupting on every single lane all the time here. This is some high pressure laning stage.
I know. I was watching this mid lane because I'm like,
I said master tier. I did not say grandmaster.
Murder each other, and right before GPK got that kill on Mickey, Ramsey's died, and again,
Mickey
him run up here with that trample.
It's not enough to finish him off, so he doesn't go for it. He's on the tower, wants to get out of the tower fire, but he's gonna use it immediately, I think.
Gotta be careful, Mickey. You're feeding.
Force the TP out. Well, and then they cancel it. So, a little bit of victory here. Mickey on his own.
Mickey.
It's the type of ulti that's super low cooldown. I mean, it's 20 seconds now after he just used it. So, he's playing in a very dominant way.
Foxy in the top lane, taking a lot.
You think you'll ever snap and tell Jenkins what you really think of him? Jenkins knows what I already think of him.
Is he gonna be able to get? Nah, he's going to die before.
And that's all that matters.
But they do eventually get.
Oh my god, what is up with this? I'm gonna refresh the stream.
Fade bottom a little bit here, trying to have impact on the other lanes as well, not just on the mid lane.
I feel so bad for Aosin. For those of you who are wondering, Aosin is the one who's doing our observing on the stream right now. And every time we cast on the stream, I feel like he's got to find so many kills.
I just realized VP picked freaking Death Prophet.
It is, but it's definitely a challenge, says Yamish.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Liquid's draft this game.
Just chunking away over at him. Gets that root off.
I would choose Liquid to win this game.
Oh my goodness, that is a dead ember, as we
That's
can see.
That's a high-tier Lone Druid player. That's master tier Lone Druid.
This is a nice Leshrac game.
Just get them for free.
This is a nice Leshrac game.
GPK invading over here, grabs up the bounty rune. He's making his way. Again, we only have level 3 on the Death Prophet, but he's hoping maybe he can get a grab. Isn't quite finding that Shadow Fiend. Standing over in the corner. Has the ward. He's going to run in right towards the back line. There's the TP coming out immediately from Pudge. They're going to try to finish
points
up
in fear for Matu.
It's going to buy him a little bit more time. They pick up with the Pulverize, though. Do they have enough damage to finish up Matu with those chains and the Crypt Swarm? They do indeed.
Because no burst.
Here
all the heroes that do damage have to be like pretty much point blank.
Boy who is chasing after him. He's got another trample. Just walking around, walking in circles, gets the kill.
Wow.
Very
GPK is playing some really great Dota here. He's being very active. He's gonna find Mickey too in the jungle here.
Yeah, that's pretty scary because he's gonna have Pulverize up in about 2 seconds.
Leshrac just wants to kill you before you kill him, you know? That's all he wants to do.
Starts wailing away. Yamich making his way over, and the
but it looks like GPK is kind of shitting on Mickey.
He's
not
just
gonna
on
lie.
a killing spree.
If he had more mana, Insania might have been in trouble as well there. Gets a mango afterwards, but yeah, this is a fantastic start for VP. Already taking a tower as well.
Yeah, I mean, usually, you know, if we see, like, it's not even 10 minutes yet, Waga. Like, look at the kills on the board. They've already taken one of the towers. Like, I feel
does it not feel like Jenkins is a low-key NA clown?
It doesn't result
no
in
offense, obviously.
Yeah,
no offense, no offense.
Like VP, all of a sudden, they just hit mode turbo.
It's a good thing for VP too, because in this game, DM
Jenkins is very NA.
So if
I will say that much.
Dominating as hard as he is giving him some time to recover.
Body blocking out from Yamish. Go for the disruption. He's dragged beneath the tower. But you've got Ramses here. So Yamish, it looks like he's going to end up dying, but they just run on through. And now Mickey is in for so much trouble because GPK just stomping all over. Boxy
might be a little offense there, yeah.
Trying to burst down here. GPK taking a lot, but has the
looks like Liquid's kind of crumbling right now.
Tower. It gets a little bit closer. Boxy, he just can't.
I feel like it's all stemming from the mid lane, though.
They've got the trees. They've got the clicks. It's a double kill now for Ramses.
Oh my god, everything going the way of VP here. They have such fantastic momentum.
Top lane though.
Oh man, Zai.
Pressure down and they just have
that was like the one lane going well.
Oh boy.
And now Zai's feeding.
This is a big problem for them that their cores, the Pudge and Lone Druid.
I will say actually, now that I look at the drafts, this is easy hindsight 2020, but like Lesh Pudge is redundant. I will say. We talked about this where we saw Lesh Medusa on the same team. Both are like spread damage heroes that just walk in.
Over on the side of VP, Ramses, he feels pretty.
I feel like Lesh Pudge is very redundant.
Attacking and GPK, I mean, he's running the show.
You know, we kept saying how much we
Liquid can't crumble BSJ; it can only flow.
But this is like a next
That's
level.
true.
In fact, again, just runs on over.
Well said. Well said.
Gives Mickey a little fright.
Yeah, didn't have ulti yet.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna watch the end of this game and then I'm going to bed because this is pathetic. But my brain is telling me it does not want to work, and it's fucking pathetic.
And I'm ashamed.
Yeah,
And I hate myself.
For them to get a break.
I actually hate myself.
Sania is nearby if needed. He's gonna go put the disruption up so that way Mickey can get
The
away.
Dota Plus puts the draft at 60-40 at game start. I think it was in favor of Liquid, but not sure I remember correctly on that part. Really? Usually Dota Plus is not very favoritive of one team or the other in the draft. John Torregano, thanks for the 2 months. I don't know how I feel about this Leshrac Bloodstone rush this game. I feel like offlane Lesh. I saw Koikfa do it once, and I did it once. The Greaves rush. That build feels pretty good. The Greaves rush.
No, he has to be careful though.
Especially against like Ember Chains and Death Prophet Silence.
They have the Exorcism as well over on DM. So it looks like they'll respect it.
Yeah, sleeping schedule changing is so hard, man.
Wander back towards this mid lane.
My brain just does not want to change.
Ward, so he calls it out probably, and they get the D ward on top. Pudge just wants to keep working towards that Aghanims. Like every Pudge we ever see, they don't really want to do that much.
The thing is, I know a difference between like my brain like being tired, you know, where like you're like, okay, time to get some caffeine, and like your brain being like, turn me off now. And like this like turn me off feeling, I have not had in a long time. Like it's like I don't get this feeling very often, but I've had it twice in the last 2 days. I had it yesterday and I have it right now. It's like my brain is literally like, Brian, go to bed. What the fuck are you doing?
The idea of everybody just wants to chill and get their items online. VP knows that they can't allow that to happen, so they're going to start going after the tier 2 bottom, which will then take the outpost, which is another big boon to them.
Okay. They really cannot afford to lose this tier 2 bottom.
Tanky illusions too.
So Zai has planted himself down here. Gonna have a decent time to Bloodstone, I would say. It may be us, BSJ. We're saying so much stupid stuff, it hurts your brain. Don't worry, man. I'm very used to that. It's probably not you guys. Very used to it.
Looks like it's going to be a trade here. They don't want to deal with DM while he's got the Exorcism up, and they're already putting decent amount of damage on the tier 1 top. Pressure on the tier 2 bottom, though. Zai's a little bit out of position here. He's going to end up just getting stomped by GPK.
Yeah. Hakoda got the Static Storm down on the disruption, I should say, the Shadow Demon.
The best way of waking up is walking up and down some stairs. Yeah, but the thing is, like this isn't like a matter of being sleepy. It's really not a matter of being sleepy. It's so different than being sleepy, at least for me. Maybe it's the same thing, and I'm just copying him.
Lost that tower when there's constantly pressure being placed down in this bottom area.
Eat chicken? Yeah, I actually had some chicken.
They're trying to be active.
Eating a nice healthy meal did not help.
They recognize that if they lose this, then it will be very hard.
Okay, guys, let's not give any more live advice. Let's watch the game together.
Kind of greedy core heroes now. I wouldn't say that their core heroes are super greedy, but the laning stage was so rough that now they need to be.
How is it that when I sleep more, I'm more tired? There's definitely something about that biologically, though. Like when you sleep too much, it makes you tired.
Between Hakoda and Sania. Gets the denial off on the Dire Ward.
Fight it?
Looks like Liquid trying to fight
no.
back now. Getting closer towards that Bloodstone.
Like, honestly, if this game gets to be like 15k in favor of VP, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll be watching the rest of the series while I fall asleep, and I probably will not finish the series, and that makes me a terrible Liquid streamer, terrible Liquid person in general, but, you know, I'm just a terrible person, so it is what it is.
It's pretty much that, but I mean, Lone Raid wants a lot of items. He's trying to go for a Desolator in this game for his bear. So Desolator plus Mask of
What the
Madness
fuck? I'm subbed? Who gifted me? Don't act like you didn't voluntarily sub. You're a huge BSJ fan. Dayton Nizzle. Thank you for your support, man. For voluntarily subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
Just now finishing up for Primal Beast, and this Furion is farming up a Storm.
You need some bunny? Yeah, I need some Asian bunny X in my life.
Foxy does get a find on Yamashir in the top
Oh,
lane, get the roar off, so it's a nice quick pick off.
Okay. Okay.
talked about how these kills are helping.
BHJ does 5 push-ups. Okay.
So it's a nice scout out, and of course Boxy working towards that. Oh, he's changed his mind. Okay, he had the blink dagger queued up, but no, he changed his mind again.
Put it back again. Yeah.
I'm being trolled.
GPK coming in around here with the BKB. Could look for a big fight with this disruptor.
Thank you, off air. You got me. Got me getting up.
So they're gonna back up. They're gonna chill. Meanwhile, of course, Liquid, they're not on the map because they're also smoking. So they're smoking over towards top. And looks like it's gonna be
this is
tier
not
2
nice.
versus tier 2 siege. Both teams quite fast at pushing. One side has the bear, one side has the DP ulti and the Fury treants.
I think this bottom one probably goes down a little bit faster. In fact,
They also don't have
how
glyph.
fast it's melting.
Yeah, that's the difference. No glyph means this tower falls immediately.
Does VP come up and defend this then, or do you think they push further?
I think they all would need to go there if they wanted to. I would probably keep going a bit instead of going top.
We're drawing the line there, guys. No more push-up redemptions.
Already sieged the area, but
Anybody who redeems push-ups will be perma'd.
I wasn't sure if when you've got like the half of the
Handstand redemptions are allowed though.
Take full advantage of it.
Yeah, no.
You're not actually gonna get permanent if you redeem push-ups.
BKB, so it makes
Oh
sense
my
to try and
God.
avoid fighting. As we see a haste run here on GPK.
Uh-oh, bear. Oh no!
Eldoge.
Eldoge! 300 gold for GPK. He's got to be very happy about that.
Yeah, wanted Eldoge 300 gold bounty.
Okay.
Yeah, PETA does not like this game.
Koda not gonna find Boxy as he runs up instead, hiding in a tree line.
Alright, well, nice pick up here for the side of VP. Already, though, we do have a resummoned bear, so won't slow down Matu too much, but that is a nice golden fusion for the Primal Beast. Do have the Desolator online, though, so perhaps we shall see some more pressure coming out from the side of Liquid. Still a ways away, though, from that Aghanim Scepter from Mickey. And the Blink
I worry a
Daggers.
lot for
Still ways.
I worry a lot for Liquid here because I feel like they are not necessarily going to hit.
The handstand's not happening, guys.
Like in last
Handstand's
game,
not
where
happening.
they're definitely just going to be stronger past a certain minute mark. because
My
all of
concentration
them,
is
they
literally
still
not
play
there.
hard. And Furin is
I can't do
farming
any of
so
it.
fast.
That's actually noticeable.
Sometimes I feel like Pudge just becomes like a little bit of a liability. Like it's a calculated risk that you
I'm
take with
refunding
the
this last guy. I'm not fucking doing that.
Yes, he can become very powerful, but he's gotta have enough time to get the farm he needs, and he's not the fastest of farmers, really.
Yeah, but the same thing can be said for the Lone Druid as well. So they have the Lone Druid
So-
and Pudge, who both are quite slow here.
That handstand was actually alarming to me because
but he's also taking
I
out
usually
more
have
farm
like a
heavy
decent
equipment.
idea of what
So
my
Liquid are mainly trying to
average
push out
like
lanes all the time and buy
center of
themselves
gravity feels like,
space.
you know?
But
And I
feel
felt
like VP,
insanely off
they're
balance
not-
there.
They're not going crazy. They're actually just slowly.
Like my brain
slowly
cannot
steadily
keep
increasing
itself
their advantage, not
balanced.
to 6,000 gold.
That
They
is
know they're in the
crazy.
lead, but they're not just chasing kills non-stop.
That was like my
They're,
worst
like, strong.
handstand
They're using
attempt
the area
yet.
they have.
So I apologize for letting you down, Aries HD. Forgive me.
Yeah, triple BKB done now on the side of VP. Every single core has one.
You can normally hold one. My handstand attempts are usually like 2 or 3 seconds. Like it's usually like a clean go up, hold it for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then go back down. That's usually my handstand attempts.
See that GPK just used the pulverize, so
Not whatever that garbage was.
moves as the smoke does come out. Not gonna be able to quite land the hook. They'll drop the
Okay,
static storm,
Zai.
but Zai sidestepping to the side will be able to get the kill on Coda. Coda bind back as the exorcism gets used.
Mickey.
Gonna turn back around though. They get their hands over on GPK.
GPK,
And they're able to burst him
Ramses,
down. Chase after DM with the spirit
Yamich,
bear. Trying to get
Toss.
their hands on him. A little bit of a toss.
Oh,
will be
he was
honest. Mickey's
predicting him going to his remnant. That actually looked Papega as fuck, but it was like a reverse 5-head right there.
Too patient there, greedy with the BKB duration on Primal Beasts. I think when you have that 9 seconds, he really can't let it get wasted like that because they have chain stuns on Liquid, right? If you get feared, if you get avalanched, if you
The
get
difference
stunned by
between you and
Red Trap,
Koikfa is that he would have perma'd them,
that's what
and
we
you
saw.
did the
damage
push-ups
output
and
is pretty
refunded
high from
them.
this, Desolator,
Do you guys think as a streamer it would have been better if I perma'd the guy that redeemed push-ups? Would that make me a better streamer? Is that what it takes?
Well, I think that definitely propelled Liquid forward after that fight, and it's this poor little disruptor ending up buying back. Probably gonna feel a lot.
It would have been funny.
We'll be able to land the split for another round of Dakota, but GPK coming forward, sees himself Zai, pops his BKB. Nice save though, coming out from Insania. They're gonna try to just
Master
as
Chief.
much as they can.
I feel you, buddy.
With the toss back says, get out of there.
I feel you feeling me, dog.
They're chomping away over at Yamich.
No homo.
Eventually though, will end up falling. And now they have to get L Doge out of Doge. There's going to be the run forward from GPK. Another 300 gold over to this Primal Beast as Virtus Pro hits back hard and fast.
Yeah, smart by VP to keep asserting pressure because they have...
XQC said he loves your stream. I know. XQC is a big fan.
Not quite ready to fight.
I actually don't know that, but
it's not a massive
I imagine
not
you're
enough
totally...
to secure themselves a tower.
Handstand really made BSJ tired. It actually took out the last bit of energy I had left, so... We can all blame Aries HD for the fact that I'm ending the stream after this game, not the fact that I was going to do it before.
Trample all over people. He cannot do that if he gets
do you have a desire to compete in a serious setting ever again?
He just DPS going onto the ledge track there.
I wouldn't say that desire is gone, but I'm not really doing anything other than trying to get better at Dota to work towards it.
Very smart pickup for this game.
What is Ember supposed to do for VP? I imagine he's supposed to push Sleight of Fist and Chains. That's probably what he's supposed to do. I imagine that's the impact of a 4-position Ember.
Go shard first item, so now he has the defensive dispels available. Pretty great.
He's probably a decent scout with being able to remnant back and stuff.
Alright, this is big. Mickey just completed the Agnum Scepter. They're in the Roche pit. They're going to want to fight this. They have no idea. Okay, the smoke does pop on Zai. They are aware of what's going on around the pit. They still don't know who else is there, and they don't know that the Ags is completed, although I'm sure they have a general idea. Question is, how do they want to approach this
I'm going to need Liquid to win this game.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to need you guys to do.
Someone has to go and react. They're going to go with a Pudge, so that means the top part of the map now is pretty free for VP to contest.
Oh, they use the Exorcism.
Can't they just pick Hoodwink support to do that?
Run!
Probably.
Pudge. There's the toss back though over onto Yamich. Immediately falls with the avatar.
Nice.
Get a root off. Yamich is no longer available.
Let's freaking go. Get back in there, Zai. Bloodstone it up. Oh, he gets the Yules off. But they're BK beat, so he's not lifestealing at all. Oh my god, is Zai gonna get it in time? Oh, DP died to Roche. The Tumbleman gets the Aegis. Ramsey's already used BKB. Mickey coming in hot. Oh, dude, that would have been a sick hook.
That would have been so sick. That would have been so sick.
Moxie, I already said that. You can't say that too.
A little bit out of that range.
That was a really smart play by Zai, just going in there.
Honestly, let's just kill GPK like 2 or 3 times, and he's gonna rage buyback, and we'll win the game.
He can't rely on this.
Just let him Shadow Amulet immediately after.
He won't do any real damage to the heroes, but he had to go in there just to contest the Roche from going down, forcing those BKBs early, and in the end, Liquid are able to take a great fight on the back of this move.
She's stream sniping? Fucking Moxie. No honor. Literally 0 honor. Stream sniping at this time of day?
Unacceptable. Dagger for better initiations. Still a 6k net worth lead for the side of VP, so they're definitely still strong. But it feels like a little bit scary as Liquid makes some of these moves.
Oh, Yamich. About to eat a sandwich of death. Wait, no, he's fine.
Managed to finish him off, though, unfortunately. Yamich still alive.
That value belt of strength.
Yeah, he manages to get out. One good thing about the pause for Ember is he's very
cover the map.
Oh,
good call, good call.
But looks like Liquid are finally going to be able to get themselves a tier 2 tower. Only a second tower they claimed in this game. So they are behind still in gold, but they have more gold to claim on the map in terms of towers. And they're strong enough to do that now with the Aegis in their hand.
Which tree line will GPK amulet in this game?
The Assault Cuirass. He's just going to do Nature's Prophet things. He's going to try to make them respond, push them home.
MSR Tasha, now is not the time to ask.
Who's most likely? Is it just going to be?
Because I'm just too tired to give you a good answer. CR Dota, thanks for the 3 months.
Nature hits pretty gosh darn hard over there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him grab travels like fairly early to be able to go back for this, but he also has items that he wants. He needs a lot of things. He wants the Sanj and Kaya, it looks like right now, to amp up his lifesteal and make himself tankier too. Oh my god, that tower melts.
There was a tower there.
Okay, so we've narrowed this lead from 6k to 4k.
Strong. He also has the shard on Lone Druid now. It's one of the best shards in the game.
That's all I got for commentary.
It's insanely useful. The Savage Roar, bonus movement speed, bonus attack speed, and it also gives you the Dispel.
I'm fucking dead inside. It's 7 a.m. for me.
Definitely very valuable.
I feel you,
Saw
Zip
just how
Zapper. I
fast
feel you
that,
feeling me, dog.
You can move with the spare with the
No
attack
homo.
speed.
Map control, blah, blah, blah.
Smoked up over on the side
Yeah.
of Crows. They make their
We actually have a
moves,
big
they
fight
juggle,
brewing
they know
here.
that Liquid is there.
This is brewing as much as my coffee will be in about 3 hours when I have to wake up.
VP in good position.
Oh, Matuma Man. That's not Matuma Man, actually. That's Mickey on the Pudge. Gets in there. The Flesh Heap has been popped, but it's already on cooldown now. Insania gets brought down. Disruptors traded. GPK grabs Mickey. Ramses dies, actually. Has no BKB or anything. Zai. Gonna need some Zai J's in chat there after that performance. Little weird champ there. And it looks like we would be overall happy with that if we're Liquid. Maybe we're happy with that if we're VP. I'd say that was about even. Because Liquid lost Aegis.
Their positioning was good, but very fast reactions.
And they missed their timing with that.
Where they needed to be.
Zai J going down is definitely a big deal.
Time as well, so he cannot really get killed as easily. And Zai had big impact in that fight again. He did overextend a bit towards the end, though, feeding away a kill. Could probably have played safer, but VP struggling in these fights right now.
Do you know if he... Okay, 1 second. Hold that thought. As insane, he's going to have to protect himself. Mickey's here, though, but the pulverize, he just gets beaten out.
GPK, one more death, and he will be buying back.
And they'll be able to...
Just one more.
I was going to ask in that top fight, did Zai have the Yule still available? Was he trying to just push his limits?
He had the Yules, but I mean, he died to a Sleight of Fist coming in towards the end there. So hard to react to that damage.
Who scales better here, BSJ? I would say the Radiant lineup scales better.
That felt a bit like a throw almost by GPK going under a tier 3 tower like that, by the way. As they find one more kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Perhaps he felt like he could be a little bit more tanky, or I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just he didn't have BKB ready, and he's going under a tier 3 tower for a support kill. He did get it, but he fed away an important kill over to Liquid again there.
Alright, well, what do we have? Any new item updates? That bit of Defiance over on Mickey.
That's pretty accurate, Zip Zapper. Pretty accurate.
Poor Insania has had like the same items for don't know how long. Hakoda, though, again, big dreams for a little disruptor.
Yeah.
Does have the point booster and the ogre. Nice.
Yeah. Almost full Assault Crass coming up soon for the Lone Druid here. He only needs 700 more gold.
Do you have the Shadow Blade over on Ramses now? So we'll be able to get perhaps better positioning. They'll use the Heaven's Halberd over on the Bear. I think that's a good call considering how much damage he's been able to do. GBK jumping onto the back lines. That does find Insania, but Insania still alive because of a good avalanche. But there it is. Ramses jumping in. BKB popping over here on the side of GPK. So is Ramses. They
I
want
assume he has a resummon.
They know that that's a lot of that.
He uses the resummon. They used a lot of their resources to kill that bear, so if Matu can hold on, nope, he dies, but Zai J, baby. Zai J. My boy Zai J.
Barely alive over here on the side. Look at that beautiful split earth as they clean up too on the side of VP.
Oh my god, these fights are so crazy. It's just
the man
everyone
of our dreams.
right on top of
The
each
man
other.
we
It's absolute
needed, but we
chaos.
didn't deserve.
They do bring down Matuma Man's Lone Druid. He
Our
stayed alive for a
streamer.
long time just by the lifesteal of his bear as he kept hitting while he tried to run with his main hero. But Leshrac was the uncontested hero in this game, or in this team fight. He was just doing all the damage.
GPK. I don't think he has money for buyback here, but if he had it, he would buy back. Actually, he has money for buyback, so I don't know what his excuse is.
Chase after the bear. The split Earth though, hitting.
Wait, did
over
GPK not die here?
BKB over on DM, like yeah.
He died, didn't he?
Finally, they clean up Matu. They finally get him, but this is a big moment.
Oh wait, no, they let GPK go because they realized like they don't want the game to end just yet. Never mind, that's what happened. I see.
He
look at Aiden.
Hakoda tumblers toyed
my
into
boy
the Yule
Aiden.
Scepter, by the
You
way.
can tell
He was
that's
trying
just
to reach
genuine
something else there,
excitedness.
And when he tumblers toyed, he was right next to Yule's ending and just got split Earth. So it would just have been a one-man stop.
Leshrac falls off late game compared to the other carry. I mean, this is a Leshrac 3, man.
He's probably trying to like get a save off or something, but sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah, tunnel vision will get you.
Hard to say he falls off late game compared to the enemy carry when he's not like a carry.
VP were in such a dominant lead early on here, but Liquid, we talked about how they wanted to be greedy and take
Dude, I got one of those like random cuts on my mouth, like right
a lot
here.
of these key items now. They're
I don't even like know how I got it, but it's been there for like a week.
Aghanims, Hood, and Blink on Pudge. He's starting to look like the absolute unit that we can see him become, and he scales really hard into late game. But this game,
you know the cuts that are like on your lip, and every time you open your mouth, it like reopens the cut. It's so bad.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of the times he's just being allowed to run around in circles and not necessarily get focused down. Whereas in the previous game, there was a lot of priority over on the Visage, it felt like. But this time, he's definitely getting the chance to shine as they'll find an opening on his
Isn't that herpes?
And that's a nice
Well, I think your mom's queen.
Now, I do have a question for you, because VP was looking so dominant early game. What exactly happened? Were they just not aggressive enough? Like, I felt like there was plenty of aggression, especially coming out from GPK, but they kind of slipped up a little, I feel, like with their timings, because
60 or 70% of the world population has herpes.
To get the items that they need.
Moobot bleeped out you saying
herpes. Oh my goodness, running right in. Mickey, though, looking for the hook. He's gonna get science, turns back around, has the dismember over on DM as they stun GPK up with an avalanche.
Zai's just jungling.
BKB's coming out from both sides now. Is Foxy in the middle of everyone. They drop the static storm. They'll get the kill on Foxy.
Okay, this
Mickey
does not look good. But
Zai's
Zai's going back in.
Zai, though, again, look at this guy. He's being allowed
Missed
to
a
get so
stun
much
this time.
out of these fights as he's chasing after DM and GPK. A little bit of a save over on the backline from Insane.
Tubman's locked in place. Sprout easy.
Splitting this fight, but Matu gets held up into
Zai
the trees.
is gonna die as Zai die. Bly Zai Bly.
Zai, he's gone too far. He's too far alone.
Oh no.
He is going to end up finally falling.
Oh no.
And Virtus Pro will hit back very nicely with this fight.
Wow, Ramses was completely enabled in that fight. He was able to just stand his ground and right-click. It was pretty hard ramp to go up for Team Liquid. It's always dangerous to go from low ground to high ground because you get squeezed into these tight ramps, and it's difficult when the opponent have a vision advantage over you as well. But Ramses on his Fury and was just allowed to stand there and auto-attack non-stop, and he pretty much...
Show the inside of your mouth on webcam.
Now, I have a question for you, because I just noticed this during this last fight. I think he had it a little bit earlier, actually. We do have the Ag Scepter picked up now for Primal Beast, and I know that you weren't 100% sold on it the last time you saw.
Yeah, I'm not completely sold.
What would you say is the weak
but,
point of Lone
I've
Druid?
already seen it so many times, and the question is really what other item would you want to go, I suppose. As he already has the Kaya Sanj Blink BKB, and you usually...
I mean, the hero only operates if his bear is actually hitting, so it's like, his weak point is if there's just like AoE control on the ground that makes it difficult for the bear to hit. I mean, even something like Kinetic Field's kind of annoying for Lone Druid. Just like preventing the bear from hitting.
Another item I want to talk about, though, is how Hakoda is going for this Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor again. We've seen it time and time again, Disruptors wanting this, but in this game, while it's always useful, right? I just don't feel like this is a very good game for it, because...
What happened there? They fought in a choke point. The Pudge and the Tiny died on the staircase. So they started the fight at a significant disadvantage.
It can be good, of course, against the Yule Scepter and Blink on Leshrac or the BKB on Pudge, but Pudge is still tanky enough he might survive through it and BKB afterwards.
What do you think about a Revenant Brooch on the Nature's Prophet?
Revenant Brooch, huh?
A Revenant Brooch competitive game. Here we go. I have not seen this item used too often. He didn't go for...
Why would he do this? They don't have particularly high armor on the Radiant.
To just upgrade it here. This is him wanting to hold on to his Midas a little bit longer, you know.
Do they have like Ghost
Scepters?
Scepters?
To sell to get another item. The Brooch is you know, gonna give him some extra damage output, especially against high armor.
Oh my god, Insania just absolutely melts. Mickey, though, following up with the Dismember. Zai using that Yule, trying to keep himself alive a little bit longer. He's doing plenty of damage to him. He's somehow still alive, as they do finally manage to get the kill on Zai. Gonna chase after Mickey and Matu. They'll end up getting him treed. He can't move. He's held up. He cannot seem to get away, as they'll end up losing Zai. They end up losing Matu, and they end up losing Mickey. A brilliant surgical strike from the side of Virtus Pro, as they'll be able to take
this game got out of hand so fast.
Into the high ground if they like.
It was literally like 1 or 2K lead at 30 minutes.
That's beautiful. The double damage rune on Primal Beast is actually very terrifying, because you saw the trample damage. He just deleted the SD.
Oh, poor Insania. It just literally just got stomped underneath his boot.
Yeah, and now they're dead for a very long time, so it's only Tiny and SD around. They can definitely take mid racks, probably gonna go bottom racks as well. This is bad news for Liquid. Their chances of hanging on to this game are pretty slim right now.
The chance
I'm not
of
sure,
us going to a game
I'm actually not sure.
Pretty exciting, Waga.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for it. I'm all in.
I don't play Lone Druid, so I'm not actually sure.
They pop the drums too. You can see Yamich throwing out the Remnant. He's gonna back out for the moment. And already Ramses over into the Roche pit.
Your win rate on Death Prophet hasn't changed with the nerfs. I played her twice since the nerfs. I said I felt it, but
almost done with Roche by the time that the rest have made their way over here.
I mean, I don't think the nerfs were like crippling, but they were definitely noticeable.
And an Agnum Shard, so.
Yeah, probably gonna take the shards. Who takes?
What's the difference between balls and nuts?
Usually carry players. We just take. The shard, you know,
with balls, you say Ligma, and with nuts, you say D's.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Your shard is useless. Oh, I don't care. If your shard is okay, but I don't think it's actually.
I think that's the big difference.
In this game. But he's still gonna pop it, of course. It's the core player mentality.
Disgusting. No. Can you tell I'm a support
Last
player?
game looked rough too. That's true. It's true.
A little bit.
They managed to win that one.
All right. Well.
Seems like they're gonna go immediately now with 20,000 network lead. At least put themselves in an aggressive position to squeeze out Liquid from getting any farm on the map. So Liquid are now confined to their own base here.
Ligma Nuts works as well. I don't know. I feel like D's Nuts is just infinitely better than Ligma Nuts.
What is the play here? How does VP want to approach this? Do you just go
See you later, Zip Zapper. I'll be joining you shortly. Not like in your bed unless you want me to, but more so on my own bed.
What's the play?
I predict they're going to be patient and wait exactly 2 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes, 30 seconds here, but 2 minutes at least before they go. Because using...
Can you say, nah, little bro, deadass?
Not go immediately, because then you...
I got
might
you.
lose the fight, you might
Did
win.
my best.
But if you're just holding on to it like they're playing right now, you see that Liquid don't want to go out and contest because you
Why
have
is
the
Carry
Aegis
Nature so
over on
popular?
side.
Is it
you
so
wanna enjoy
popular?
the
I feel like it's a
safety
situational
of
pick at best.
Liquid being scared and not stressed. But then when Aegis is about to time out,
It just
of
makes
course,
the
you
map
still wanna
easy to
make
play.
use of it, so you want to push high ground right around that timing.
BSJ, how much do I have to pay you to go on a date with me? I mean, it kind of depends on where you're taking me. If you're taking me to like a 3-star Michelin, you know, I'll probably join you for free.
But right now it doesn't seem like VP
But like, if you're just taking me out to like Popeyes, you know, probably $500.
They've got
enough
the
waiting around. They want to go.
Pudge, sitting in the corner. Oh, a little bit off the mark. They're very close to grabbing DM. Tower will go down. DM realizing there's Mickey over here. They'll drop the Static Storm, and again, Mickey doesn't care too much, especially when you've got that save coming into play as they jump onto Insania on the back lines. Not going to be able to quite finish him off, though, but they do go for the refresher. The holdover onto GPK, though, looks a little bit scary as the bear just chewing away, but they need to get more damage because Zai is sitting so low, and he's
full HP now.
Ken does have the heal up. They'll end up finally taking down GPK. They're chased after Yamich. Yamich is not going to be able to just fight and stand toe-to-toe as Ramsey man-fighting against Zai.
Dude, are they actually holding?
Doing so much. Hit over
Dude, Liquid played this so well, dude. Zai healed like 90% of his HP during that Yule Scepter. Wow, they held. I'm always rooting for Liquid, but part of me wanted them to just lose right there so I could go to bed.
Oh my god.
Because I know they'll win game 3, that's why I say that.
Just going up and down in this team fight is crazy. Insania with a double save. That first Static Storm drop there, by the way. that was the Aghanims, and it had absolutely no impact because Insania...
Hey, don't hate on Popeyes. That shit is fire.
Long cast range from Psychic.
It is. Popeye's pretty good.
But again, Zai being able to play so confident when he's supported by this SD.
It's a 50+ minute game, BSJ. Oh no.
See this fight in the replay again. It starts off, it's looking pretty good there.
Oh, they're going high ground right now.
They are indeed going high ground.
Yeah, look, Zai used himself with like a 4th HP and then he's just full.
I saw the Ember early and I think I said he was a core, but not used to seeing the position 4 Ember in this particular patch.
Yeah. And might not have too much success in this game. Toss back.
Ooh, toss back on DM, drops the silence, but they've got
I did mention that, Ban the Viewer, I did mention it.
DM is just trying to climb himself away, but they have to.
Just remember, guys, I said Liquid's draft is better this game. Just remember that.
We'll see GPK on the Primal Beast. He's going to be up in about 6 seconds.
Wait, are they just going for the GG?
They're going full throne.
Holy shit, they're actually just ending it. Oh my god, my boy's Liquid. They know I need to go to bed. They know I need to go to bed. Finish it, Matamba Man. Finish it. Finish it.
The jump, though, coming out from GPK. Toss up into the air.
Okay, no Insania buyback.
Not going to be able to quite do it. He picks up the bear, starts slamming him back and
forth. Did GPK buy back or no? He did not. He has buyback.
He gets the kill on GPK. They do have buyback. They'll end up losing Mickey. It's not looking good now for Zai. He is left all alone. He's trapped in the trees. Has another play here with the Yule Scepter, but everybody just keeping back with all these ghosts. They'll be able to take him out.
That was really key by GPK, redeeming himself a little bit. I said earlier that he was making a bit of a throwing move, but this was beautiful. He goes in, assassinates again the SD. He has been really chasing down Insania, and whenever Insania dies first, it becomes much harder for Liquid to stay alive. He is a key component in this game.
That was greedy. I don't know. That was kind of like a cool move going for the jugular there, but
even though GPK went down,
I don't even know how much that backfired. That was like a 6.9 out of 10 backfire right there.
Now they do have buybacks over on Zai and Matu if they want to use them. VP though, putting some of that pressure down. They do have an open Ancient at
Liquid knew you had to go to sleep, so they decided to lose faster.
Curious to see if they're going
I thought they were trying to win faster.
To push this advantage, try to force some buybacks.
I don't think
but it looks like they're shy. They're a little too scared.
They're not really confident enough to be able to go up high.
This Pudge needs a refresher.
They know they're getting caught out, and with the buybacks, they would be in a really bad spot then. So they're gonna get the respawn without having to use
You're off to bed?
buy.
Good night, man. Good night. Can you guys stop telling me you're off to bed? Because it's making me
but it feels like it's not even a big advantage. When we watch the team fights play out, Liquid are so strong still.
It's a 60-40 split right now in terms of win percentage, but it's just neck and neck. It has been going up and down, and honestly, I love it. I love having this be anyone's game. You can feel the tension. These are teams, this is the last chance qualifier for TI11.
You'll go to bed after this game with me? Oh, thank you.
To that victory.
Can we hold hands?
So you're going to do everything you can to stay here.
I just woke up. I'm totally fresh and energetic. Okay, take your energy and bring it somewhere else.
On Primal Beast with a refresher.
No, actually, stay, please. I need every one of you, please.
Forever. Look at that. Okay,
the bear
doesn't last forever.
Well, I mean, it's all right, but Matu now dragged back into that Aghanim
disruption.
Storm. But Mickey finding the open on Hakoda.
Mickey killed Hakoda or whatever his name is, but he already used all the stuff, so.
Boxy separated that war, though, with the Ags. Mickey thinking about going back in, but they have the BKB. They pick up Mickey, and they just shake him to death.
Mickey?
Boxy?
Zai J? Zai J? Disrupt A? No buyback A? Two buyback A? Mickey? No, that's Zai J, excuse me. Zai J, get in there, kill DM, kill him. Kill that bitch ass. I actually don't mind playing with DM in pubs.
Over onto DM, weren't able to finish him off in time. Ramsey's doing so much damage over here. You've got Insania, he's hiding in the back. Zai going forward.
Now, I know I told you guys I need to go to bed, but you weren't supposed to lose like this. This is not what I told you guys to do.
They'll rip him apart, and
no.
even though Zai is healing, he just cannot heal enough.
Okay.
GG gets called. Virtus Pro proving why they deserve to be up here in the upper bracket.
Big place by them, and
that is a big sag for sure, guys.
Towards the end. He was buying out, trying
big
to be
sag.
as strong as possible. But
I do absolutely just need to go to sleep though, guys. I cannot. I cannot. In the words of Koikfa, I cannot. I literally cannot.
I felt bad almost for
It's just not happening. So I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys when I see you. That's what's gonna happen here. So thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of the games today. I'm going to be trying to cast as much as I possibly can every single day, but adjusting my sleeping schedule has not worked out so far. So thanks for watching.